So we're going to go and kill Alex. And we're going to say, Alex, thank you, brother. We'll catch you next time. And so, okay, we're going to jump over here because apparently I broke it. I can't get the audio to cast across. I don't know why StreamYard hates me. So I want to say, hey, BTK, Cameron, good to have you guys. So this is the Friday after party. And the whole concept with Freaky Friday is we're going to reverse roles. So Alex starts the party. We get going. We cover the animals. We go through all that, have a few giveaways. Then everybody's supposed to roll over to here. Now, my whole job here is to reverse roles because, as you guys know, as a content creator, most of the time I get to interview people and I get to, ask them questions about their DeFi projects or this. It's very kind of directional orientated. We're going from A to B to C to D. Well, Freaky Friday, we're not. We're going like from Z to F to Q to 12.3 and 3.19. And yeah, we're just going wherever we want to go. But the whole concept is to bring guest stars in and get to know them. And it can be the viewers. It can be you guys in the audience. So if you want to get up here sometime with me, let me know. Shame you missed the start. That's okay, Cameron. We're just getting going. But yeah, I always tried to start the show by broadcasting Alex's show over so we can just kind of keep the party rolling. But apparently I screwed up the audio. So that's my bad. Sorry. Me and technical difficulties, they will always occur. But here's my question for you guys right off the bat. Well, actually, I got a whole bunch of questions. We got a whole bunch of fun to happen. So did you guys see the posting? Did you read the title of the video? It's like I put a hint in there, and I'm curious. Who do you guys think is my first guest speaker tonight? And the hint is in the description. And I hopefully know he didn't tell anybody. I don't know. I'm not seeing his head shake down there, so I don't know if he has or hasn't. Did he tell anybody? No? Yes? No? Good man. Okay. He says no. You're listening to two streams at the same time. Yeah, Dave, I was actually trying to broadcast debunks on here, and I screwed up the audio. And so everybody could see his lips move, but nothing was coming out. I'm like, what did I break? Oh, my God. So I can't have nice things. So, yeah, and as we know with Alex, he can go on for like 20 minutes. Say, okay, guys, time to call it a night. And then he goes off on tangents. And it's like, oh, squirrel. Oh, look, shiny bobble. Look, jumping jacks. Whee! And away we go. It gets crazy. So, yeah, so I'm curious. Check the description real quick and see if you guys can figure out who the guest is. And you know what? If somebody can tell me who the guest is before I give any more hints, I will give you a Bitfighter NFT. Yeah, well, we'll start with that. We'll start with the giveaway. If you can tell me who's sitting backstage hiding right now, I will give you a Bitfighter NFT. As long as he didn't squeal. If he squealed, man, that's it. Game over. He's buying it. He's looking all serious like, I didn't tell anybody, man. I swear. It wasn't me. You can't blame me. So let's pull that up. Just so we'll go through the hint here real quick. Because I put it out in all the Discord channels. And I'm pretty sure I located it in the title of today's video. So I know I can share this one without audio and probably not break something. Okay, so we'll share a window here. Okay, so if we go to, there it is. Hey, look, I know the bald guy. Wow, this is like, what do they call it? The doppelganger? I have a doppelganger. Oh my God. Can you handle the kitty truth? Kitty truth. What do you guys think? Can you handle the kitty truth? Any ideas? Toss them around in the chat there. I'm really curious what you guys think. While you're doing that, how's the music? I went back and watched last week's replay, and it seemed like it had the music a little loud. It was almost like over-dominating. Is it still that case, or does it need to go up, or does it need to go down, or left or right? Or put your left foot in, put your left foot out. Yeah, and away we go. Laugh it up down there, Chuckles. I see you backstage. I'm not a kitty guy. I like dogs. You know what? That's okay. Austin, good to have you here, brother. And you know what? I like dogs too. In fact, in my house, we have a menagerie. I've got like a mini version of Alex's farm. Give you a quick rundown. We have one dog named Chloe, two cats, Off-Key and Dizzy. We have a bearded wizard, bearded dragon named Mushu. We have a Russian tortoise named Petunia. And we have 9 or 10 budgies, which are little birds. And they have the free run of the house. So they've got 2 cages up there. And we open the doors every morning and they just fly around the house. Like, okay, have fun. So yeah, there's more animals than there are. Let's see. You guys can't hear music. Okay, let me see if I broke something, because I probably did. Okay, I've got it at 10. I'm going to take it up to a 15. Okay. should be rock background music. Can you guys hear anything now? You like dinosaurs? I like dinosaurs too. Yes. That reminds me of that movie. Oh my god, what is that movie? It's the animated movie with screwed up family. Uh, uh, Johnson saved the world or something like that. Nothing at all. Really, Croc? Okay, that's wild. Yo, Bonks, my man. Good to have you here, brother. Dude, great show, my man, and thank you for the giveaway. That was awesome. Um, yeah, his at first you had me worried because I thought you were going to get off like 15 minutes early, and then we'll start for a few more minutes. Then, of course, like, yeah, 15 minutes, can't drag it out. And of course, like, please don't tell him that we've been here for hours. So, yeah, we're here, we're having fun, and we're trying to guess the special guest backstage. And I'm trying to get the music so it's coming through. I've got the music set to want to be right now. So if you can hear it, let me know. Yes, as you can see right here, the hint for the backstage guest is, can you handle the kitty truth? Okay, what music? I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna go look that movie up now. Nothing at all. Yo, absolutely. Cameron, hi, welcome back. Now your mic is cutting out. Okay, so apparently the music is cutting out my mic. So we know how to fix this. So I can't have nice things. I gotta stop breaking things. Okay, you guys got the music now? Is my mic still cutting out, Croc, or am I sounding okay? You guys give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. No, it's good now? Okay. So what is that animated movie? Family Saves the World. It has the iPhone. From phone. What the hell is that thing? Oh my god. The Mitchells versus the Machines. Yes. Because there's the young kid in there and he's all about dinosaurs. The whole thing. He's like a dinosaur madman expert. And so it's that comical thing. But if you haven't seen it, it's a hysterical movie. The Mitchells versus the Machines is just like the most dysfunctional family on the planet. And they're the ones who have to save the world. Then they have like the superhero family next door that are just super awesome and all that. And they get captured from the aliens. It ends up being the crazy family with the dog pig. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's see. Watch that with kids. Yeah, it was, Croc, wasn't it? That was hysterical. At first, I thought, oh man, this looks really dumb. I started watching. I was like, okay, this family is kind of like my family. We are this dysfunctional. That's about it. So, okay. So, Yabunks, thank you for starting the party, brother. Here's the after party. And I've had a couple ideas. So, as you guys know, Freaky Friday is all about kind of reversing role, bringing guests on, and really finding out more about the people than just the projects, but also getting the viewers. So, Croc, I know you had mic issues. Did you get a new mic, buddy? Because I was wanting to get you on here. And also, Croc, do me a favor, buddy. Send me a DM in Discord because I could not find you directly anywhere because I was going to get a hold of you yesterday. That laugh out was so true. Yeah, we are so true. But yeah, shoot me a DM, Croc, because I definitely want to bring you up here because Freaky Friday. Oh, let me fix my screen. There we go. Freaky Friday is all about getting you guys, the viewers, the chance to get up here on stage. Because Alex is up here all the time, and I'm up here all the time. Austin's up here, and so I want to reverse the roles. And that's what Freaky Friday is all about, is reversing roles and giving you guys center stage time. Let's get your opinions heard. Let's find out more about you. Because none of us would be here as content creators if it weren't for the community. So you guys truly are our strengths, guys and girls. Sorry, let me correct that. You guys really are our strengths. And give us the opportunity to do this. And so the least I can do is give you guys the opportunity to get up here, tell your story, get to know the people. Let's see your faces or at least hear your voices. You don't even have to show your face if you don't want to. But also I thought about it. On that whole concept of kind of reversing roles, I wanted to start something kind of fun. Now, we all like giveaways. And of course, we will have a couple giveaways during this. At some point in time, you got to be here. You got to show up and have some fun. Like right now, the first giveaway is if you can tell me who the first secret guest tonight is, I'll give you a Bitfighter NFT. Okay. But to make this fun, one thing I don't know if a lot of you people know, realize is that I put out a daily short every single day. Okay, well, duh, that's a daily short. Yeah. I make a short every day about inspiration, motivation. And I share that across the Discord, the Twitter, things like that. And it even has its own YouTube channel for that. So let me go back to sharing my screen here for a sec. And so if you go into it, of course, you've got my normal channel, which is Down Home Crypto with Serenity. But if we switch accounts, I actually created an entirely different channel because I didn't want the YouTube algorithm to get confused with Down Home Crypto and the Daily Inspirations. So I made a new channel called Today is Your Day. And so every day I've put out one of these shorts. So this was today's, or last night's, I guess. And yeah, right now it's muted. There you go. Making these shorts, you've heard Alex talk about it. And about every minute of video, it's like an hour of work. I mean, it's really screwed up. But I wanted to go through the processes, and I wanted the community to help me make tomorrow's inspirational short. So more towards the end of that, I figure we'll go through this and kind of go through the whole process. But the whole thing is picking out the saying, picking out the video clip, picking out the audio clip to match it, putting it all together and syncing it up. And I want you guys to help me choose those and create tomorrow's short to inspire the rest of the world. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a fun one. Okay, so I think that kind of covers everything on a crash course, what I have semi-planned. I mean, we don't really know what's going on because it's me. It's Friday night. We're having fun. We got our drinks. We got our vapes. You got your smokes. Whatever it is you drink, whatever it is you smoke. I know Alex asked a lot of people tonight on what their favorite drinks were. And I think the most surprising for me that came through was High C. My God, I haven't even seen High C since, I don't know, I was like yay tall. I didn't even get High C then because it was way too expensive. So, okay, I'm going to give you like another 30 seconds to figure out who tonight's guest is. So, once again, the hint is, can you handle the kitty truth? Come on, throw some ideas out there. Who's your favorite kitty person? Anybody? Hello, McFly? See if the mic's working. Is it working? I hate it when you guys go quiet. It makes me nervous. Like, did I break something? Am I not broadcasting anymore? Dara? Nope, it's not Dara. Dara would be my wife, and yeah, no, not her. Although she was part of the inspiration there. Her cat, Dizzy. So, I sent it. That's right. I sent it to somebody today. Give you an idea of why Kitty was the inspiration on this one. Let me pull up this picture. There it is. Austin Court. Alex, Austin already said he likes dogs. He doesn't like cats. BTK has eyeballs. So let me share this real quick. Open a browser. Let's do that. There we go. That's why I'm not giving away, because I sent it to the guest speaker today, who is a cat person. But we have a cat. His name is Dizzy. And oh my God, what did I just break? See, this way. Oh, I know why, because I'm still doing the wrong one. Let's do this. Remove that. Let's add this. Let's put it back on the top monitor. Too many things. There we go. Oh, okay. Present. Share screen. Entire screen. And there we go. Okay. So we have a cat named Dizzy. Okay. So I work at Nashville, which, like I talked about in my Rags to Riches last night, is a manufacturing plant for modular structures. Okay. So we're building giant Legos. It's pretty cool. Well, in this huge plant out there, 2 years ago, I believe it was, found this little tiny orange fluff ball out in the cold, no mother, itty bitty little thing. And so called the wife, said, hey, you want a cat? Come get him. And so she races down there and give her this little box. There's this tiny little orange fluff ball. And I mean, literally, Dizzy was like this big. Now this cat is like a freaking small horse. I mean, he's horrible. We figure he's part Mancooners. Okay, now my mic is glitchy. Okay, it's because Discord is open. We know this. Let me kill my Discord, and I'll bet that will fix it. Okay, did that fix it? Sorry, I'm back. What was the question? Horatio? Nope, not Horatio. Is my mic better now? Let me know, guys. We've come to the conclusion we think it's Discord. Yeah, that is a big cat. Give you an idea, each one of those carpet tiles is a 12 by 12. So that cat is 1.5 feet if he's just laying sideways. I mean, that's yeah. He's big. Yeah, he's a big kitty. He is. Well, that was the little orange fluff ball that came home. And when we brought him home, put him on the bed, and I remember it was after a bath or something, but he's sitting on the end of our bed and he's looking up the ceiling fan. He's just watching go round and round and round and round and round. And then he tries walking. He's like, blah, 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 like this drunk cat. So that's where he got the name Dizzy. When you move too far from the screen. Okay, we'll move the mic a little closer. Let me get the mic out of the way. Ha ha ha. Maybe that's it. I probably have the gate set to too high, too low. Thank you. Good. Okay, I knew I heard a door open. I'm getting a thumbs up saying that I haven't broken anything. So yes, I will have to fix the gate one of these days. And you know what, BTK, maybe we'll do that while we're here, because one of the things that we all have problems with is technical difficulties. And a lot of us won't feel comfortable about doing that. BTK, we're gonna have to get you up here through on the Friday one of these nights. How do you set stuff up and fix these glitches? Because for those who don't know, just setting up the studio here, trying to get the lighting right, the sound right, everything to appear correct on screen it's a pain. Okay, so I still have no guesses of who my guest is. Really? Wow. I don't know, man. I'm kind of crushed. What do you think down there? Are you kind of hurt that nobody can think of the kitty? Really? I would be devastated. Especially since every time you've seen this guy, he's had a cat with him. The cat is the star of his show. Wherever he goes, doesn't matter what AMA he's on, doesn't matter what's happening in his life, there's always a cat. There's a fuzzy tail sticking out. So, everybody, our first guest tonight on Freaky Friday is none other than the one, the only, amazing Mr. Chrome. Welcome, Chrome. Good to have you, buddy.
Hey. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for bringing me on.
Absolutely.
Sitting back, waiting, basically.
Yeah, you've been very patient. Thank you for that. Drum roll. Now funny. Cameron says, Chrome, man, why didn't you say that like 60 seconds ago? You would have won.
Would have won.
Boy. So, Chrome, I really thought people would get it because, I mean, every time we see you, you've got Kitty walking across. So we get Kitty butting the screen. It's like, oh my god,
he's always his tail, right? Yeah, it's funny because he's the like for the first time ever, he decided to go take a nap in my room. So this is probably gonna be like one of the times he's not gonna show up, which is coincidental, right? So
that's it. Okay.
That works.
Oh, so no cat. Okay, bye, Chrome. Okay, well that was easy. That was short. No cat. Strut. No. I would do that to you, buddy.
All over. That was a short show.
Yep, that was quick.
That was a good one.
Oh my god, I've got so fun. Cameron, I saw it after I showed him. I'm so sorry, buddy. Don't worry, we're gonna have more giveaways. So I was gonna guess
very close.
Yeah, right at the wire. It's like, oh, come on. I tried to drag it out as much as I could. I told the cat story, showed the pictures, and John Richter, Don. Who's Don? Don? We have a Don? Now I'm curious. Okay. BTK, what am I missing here? Okay, so Chrome, this Friday night, what are you doing on a Friday night, buddy?
Oh, not too much. I was just hanging out. I had my girlfriend coming over for a bit, but she decided to go hang out with her nieces and nephews while I was doing this. So she's out hanging out with the kitties, going doing something, maybe to the beach. I'm not entirely sure. So we're just going to be hanging out when she gets back. And then, not too much. Just been basically waiting for the Freaky Friday show to start.
Nice. I like it. So what do you think about Freaky Friday? You caught last week's, right? That was our first kind of our pilot show to see how it was go. What are your thoughts so far about the whole concept?
It was pretty good. I caught a little bit. I didn't catch the whole thing of the first one. I didn't have enough time to stay for the entirety of it. But I think it's a great idea. I think it's fun. I mean, sometimes it's nice to just hang out, relax, and just chat and not have to focus on one thing or do like an AMA and have a bunch of questions or, going over stuff. Kind of just hang out, do a little fun time, do some giveaways and stuff.
So wait. Okay. So we got to intervene here because the CEO of Down Home Crypto, the one and only Lynn, my wife, love her to death, said she saw Cameron's post before she saw Chrome. So Cameron, thank Lynn because she says you get the Bitfighter NFT. She speaks, I listen, I shall obey. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's great. Thank you, Lynn, for keeping an eye on this because I do lose track of things. And yeah, it's one of those, I need help. I mean, earlier today, I had 2 people help me on my spelling issues on the title of the video. So it's like you put the wrong there and there. I was like, oh, damn, I did. THEIR. God, okay.
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah, this is
good
why
old
I'm not left surprised.
Yeah, no, it's good old English. It's just how it is.
Yeah. I speak gibberish then bad English, then profanity, then English. So it's like my fourth language, really, if you think about it.
Exactly, yeah.
So, let's see, don't have bad. Let's see, wow, okay. You're mean, Don. Both. And yes, Cameron says, thanks, Lynn. Yes, Cameron, DM me your wallet address. I will shoot you over Bitfighter NFT after we're done tonight.
That's awesome. Done. But yeah, it does make sense because there's a slight delay. So like for you, it was probably like, you know, immediate, but for him, it was probably just right on time.
Right, exactly. So yeah, and that's where you guys got to realize, and that's the whole thing of Rags to Riches. So once you're up here on stage, you start to realize the chat on the side because you guys can see all this. In fact, let me do this here. I'm going to share my screen with you. There you guys go. Let me put this. Sorry, I got too many things. Okay. Oh my God, that looks horrible.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So literally, as you see, your chat is coming in right here on the side of my screen. Our screens are right up here. And so it makes it very interesting. There you go. That's a little better. But there's a delay from when you guys hit enter. And sometimes I've seen in some streams, it can be up to a minute long. I mean, there can be a huge delay. It'd be absolutely crazy. So yeah.
That was so confusing.
It is, isn't it? It's absolutely insane. So yeah, definitely let me know and we will get that sent out because the master has spoken. And yes, Lynn is the absolute spelling and grammar Nazi. When I started making these shorts, I would have her come in and read it. And the first thing she would do before she even watched the whole thing, halfway through, she's like, stop, fix that. That's misspelled. We go one more frame. Nope, that's not. It's like, would you at least watch it first? So we had to kind of work through that. Now, I'm sure everybody here has created something you're proud of, whether it's you wash the car, you build something, whatever. And when somebody critiques, it's almost like getting throat punched. It's like, oh God, why are you so mean to me? And so it really took a little bit of time. I kind of got that knee-jerk reaction, like, I'm offended. Well, yeah, I know I spelled cat wrong. Now it says dog, but still, it's okay.
No, it says dog.
So, yeah, it was tough to get through. John Richter, you got a D fighter now.
I've been reading their chat a little bit. I've been peeking my head over reading that.
I'm trying to keep up, and it's really tough to do. And now I know why Alex, he'll talk for 2 or 3 minutes, then he'll go back and go through all this chat.
All the chat, yeah.
And they go, right. But I really want to try to keep it as relevant as possible. So, of course, I sound like a blethering idiot because I can't finish a full sentence to save my ass. I start talking, I read something on the side. Oh, wait. Like, what was he saying? We don't know. Squirrel, look, shiny.
Scrambled brain, yep. Classic.
And yes, I do have ADD, ADHD, bipolar. I'm certifiable. It's okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, it just makes it fun.
Yeah, exactly. Makes the show more enjoyable.
Exactly. See, I bet we're pounced. See, that's my spelling right there, BTA. I bet you were pounced. I love pounced.
I love getting pounced.
I love it. I'm hyped for the pound. Everybody's gonna make fun of my typing. Okay, well, we know what the topic tonight is can you speak and type English correctly? Oh, hell no.
Can you spell? Let's do a spelling bee. That'll be fun.
I'm smart. SMRT.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the topic in our house. Feeling smart. And if we're really smart, we forget the T totally. It's like, oh, wow, it's one of those days. Gotcha. That's a good thing about Serenity Stream. I miss it. What's the good thing about ceremonial habit? Yeah.
Yep.
You can win stuff. Yes, you can always win stuff. Why? Because I just give things away. I mean, that's one of the great things. I got into Bitfighters really early. Got a couple of them that were given to me. And then all of a sudden they had the reprint of them. So each of the 2 that I had, each one gave me 5. And out of those, so it means I got 10 Bitfighters. I think I've given 7 of them away so far. So yeah, everything I get, I just turn around and give away.
That's pretty nice. Very generous.
It is. Well, and it's like Alex was talking before, it's all about giving back to the community. Because, I mean, put it simply, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. So thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sharing this with your friends, your family. You know, even if some stranger on the street is like, hey, watch the bald dude. He's kind of funny. I'm cool with that.
Bald dude, yeah. It's cool. Bald dude I got on my screen. Yeah, he's the guy.
He's sexy, baby.
That's one way to put it.
Bald is sexy. You're just jealous because you have way too much hair. See?
Way too much hair. Yeah, exactly.
God cursed you with hair.
Yeah, you should see
BTK won a
sometimes.
Bitfighter Western.
Oh,
Right on. Okay, good. That's good because things are winding up. I keep seeing Twitter posts from Bitfighter, so things are building.
yeah, lots of stuff going on in the background right now. There's always stuff happening in the space. It's the one nice, very cool thing. Trying to keep up with everything though is the worst part. I've been trying to like stay up on Twitter and like stay up to date with like everything that's happening and all this stuff. But man, it's so much. Every time I go to bed, it's like I gotta wake up so I can get on and see what's going on right now.
It's weird. It's almost like having reverse PTSD. I'm traumatized because I don't know. It's like, oh my god, I must know. I must know.
Yeah, the FOMO is kicking in. You're just sitting there and you're like, I don't know what's happening. I need to know.
Right. Yeah, and even in Alex's stream tonight, a couple things popped up. I'm like, wait, what? Damn it! Now I gotta go do research. What the hell was that? What happened? Shit.
Yep.
Yeah. And people like me and you, we spend most of our time doing this up till I went back to cutting wires. I would spend all day, like we're talking 16 hours a day in front of this computer. And I would be digging through Twitter and Facebook and Discord. And I still missed a ton. And this is the bear market. Wait till it's the bull market. We're going, dude, I don't know which way's up.
Got my special guest woken up.
All right. Where's our kitty?
He's coming.
Well, come on, kitty. Hurry up, man. We're waiting on you.
He's making
you can't rush cats. You can't direct cats. They pretty much have a mind of their own, and they'll do whatever the hell they want. Hi, kitty. What's kitty's name?
His name's Howie.
Howie.
Yep. I call him Howard sometimes. Yeah, exactly like Howie Mandel. Yeah, I adopted him with that name. So I call him like Howie, Howard, whatever works.
Pain in the ass, fuzzball. Get off my clothes, damn it.
Classic,
yeah. What I love is walking down the hallway in socks. And the cat's just laying there on the side. And all of a sudden, I feel this claw grab my ankle.
Yep.
Like, what the hell? He just looks at me. Yeah. So in our house, we have the dog and the cats. And the dog, Chloe, she gets cookies. The cat gets crackers. So they're always coming into the office here. And Chloe will actually come up and push on my chair. So jump up, smash, look at me. Smash, look at me. And the cat's right behind the dog looking at me. It's like, there's a tag team.
It's like because one of them does it, then the other one knows, and they're like, "Yep, it's time."
Yep. Chloe's cookie goes down the hallway, and then Kitty gets crackers on the. We got like a footstool at the end of our bed, so I put a little pile right there, and he's like, "Okay, I'm good."
That's awesome. That's so adorable.
Yeah. They're evil.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I get woken up all throughout the night. It'll be like 3 or 4 in the morning, and this guy will come up to me, like right up to my face as I'm sleeping, and just meow right at me, just yelling for me to wake up, get him some food, give him pets, like whatever it is. It's constant. It's a battle to stay asleep.
Wait till you have kids and they come home, they poke your nose. Dad, are you asleep? Are you asleep?
You asleep?
I was. Leave me alone.
Reminds me of when I was a kid on Christmas morning, trying to wake up my parents, get them up. Like, come on, guys. Like, you gonna open presents now or what?
Oh, you keen Christmas morning, man? I still jump on the bed at 6 a.m. My house hates me. I'm the biggest little kid in my house because I will wake up. Oh my god, yes, and I will run in. I will jump on each kid's bed. And I'm like, Dad, go away. It's like, no, get up. It's Christmas.
No, get up. Let's go. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, I refuse to grow up. I may grow old, but I will not grow up.
Yeah, it stays fun that way.
Yeah. So Cameron says, how's it going, Chrome? Now, Chrome, I just, we're not all about crypto on this show. This is really kind of about everything in life. But I did see a posting today from Collective Finance. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, Chrome is one of the founders of Collective Finance. And that's one of the reasons I brought him on here, because I wanted to find out how somebody so young gets on with such a professional, seasoned team of investors. How the hell do you do that? We'll get into that in a minute. But first, Chrome, there was an announcement earlier that Collective Finance did. You want to take just a quick second and tell us what that's about? Because that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We just announced, just the other day, we announced our newest farm going live. It's an auto compounder with DBX Finance. So right now that's live. I can't remember what the APR is. I'd have to check. I'd have to double check it. But my computer's a little bit far away right now. But But yeah, basically new LP farm and auto compounder live on DBX Finance for CGLD USDC. So you can go farm there and just have your rewards compounding and growing. I can't remember what. Yeah, I want to say what the percentage is, but I'm not going to say because I can't remember off the top of my head. So
now,
yeah,
somebody will probably nail you down to it.
Yeah.
Now that makes what 3 dexes you guys are listed on?
Yes, we don't have full liquidity everywhere yet. We've just been finding what's given us like the best rate for emissions, basically. And so DBX has been very nice and very open and very cool guys to work with so far. So yeah, basically just kind of finding what's the best place to host liquidity, get emissions, and find volume and everything like that. So it'll continue to grow and continue to expand, probably more dexes over time as we get prepped to go cross chain and do a lot of more stuff and release more liquidity pools and all that fun stuff. So yeah, but lots has been in the works. We've just been buckling down, focusing on like some revenue generation and getting some data and some figures and stuff. So we got some more exciting stuff coming up very soon. We've been in talks with some people on the back end as well to, make some upgrades and new additions and things. So yeah, some pretty exciting stuff coming soon on that front.
Very cool. Now, of course, since you've got 3 liquidity pools and the mint and redeemed app, you've technically got 4 places that you can arbitrage between, right?
Yes. Well, there's not enough liquidity, I would say, right now on the other 2 places. That they're pretty low liquidity, so you probably wouldn't be able to buy and sell very easily right now. Mainly would just be through DBX Finance. But once we're able to increase the liquidity across the board, then it'll be a lot more open to arbitrage opportunities. Yeah.
Okay. See, and that's pretty cool because I know a lot of DeFi projects I've talked with, they had goals of, well, we're going to launch here and then eventually we're going to move to this DEX and then eventually move to this one. And usually that drug out for months. But I mean, you guys are already listed on 3 different DEXs, plus you have your own mint and redeem. So you're like well ahead of the curveball. That's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, we've done lots of stuff. We've got lots more working on the back end, trying to just get everything lined up and figured out. Had to make some new additions and changes to like the website and things like that, just some small things. So we've got like a lot of different pieces to kind of work on all across the board and then kind of bring everything together, line it up, bring another little push, do a little marketing push and kind of get some more spread and more exposure out there. So yeah, more stuff coming in the following weeks. It'll be good.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm excited to see what happens. And yeah, I'm a huge supporter of collective finance since day one. I met you guys and really got connected with you. So yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. So I'm excited about that. But the reason I really wanted to bring you on Chrome is, I mean, we've all talked to Doc, we've talked to Cryptzom, we've talked to NP. We know these guys, they've been around this world for quite some time now, and they're well established. They got their own businesses, their own careers outside of crypto. But then there's you. And I don't mean that negatively, please. And then there's the kid. Yeah. You're kind of like Billy the Kid of crypto, buddy. I mean, never take offense to this. I have no filter. Like I said, English like my 4th language, so I just kind of blurt shit out whatever comes out. But I mean, if you sit you up next to Cryptzom or Doc or one of those, a lot of people would say you're way too young, you're too unprofessional, you're too inexperienced. So, I mean, how do you, as a young guy like yourself, who's part electrician, by the way, my hat's off to you, buddy. Us Sparkies were a little mental. Yeah. He's another one of us, Sparkies.
A little dangerous.
And for those who don't know, electricity is probably the stupidest job on the planet you can do because there's no warning. Firemen at least get smoke and flames and sirens. No, electrical, you just play with something and then he fall over dead. Like, what happened? I don't know. He died.
Touch the wrong thing. That's it.
Yeah. You literally touch one wrong wire and there's no warning. There's no you're just freaking dead.
Yeah.
That's it. Game over. And I used to tell my guys on the crew that all the time. And so it's really interesting that we have 3 Sparkies here, which I'm proud of. But I mean, you come from an electrical background. You're a young guy. You got long hair. You got a nose ring. And you are a co-founder of a project with a serious doctor of trauma surgery and hyperbaric chamber medicine. How the hell did you do that, buddy? I mean, what brought you into this? How did you get teamed up like this? And I'm really curious, buddy. I want to know your life story a little bit more of how you got into it.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. Give me 1 minute and I'll come back and tell it. I just got the guy right here. I'm just gonna grab his food for him. Okay, I'll just be right back.
Hey, time out. Time out. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you're playing out in the street playing soccer, and it was like, car, and everybody grabbed their shit and they moved off the road and then wait till the car drives by. Game on. Carry everything back and away you go again. Same thing with the cat. The cat is the master of the house. Dova, Crow, my man, good to see you, buddy. So for those who don't know, you guys have probably heard me talk about Crow. He goes by Dova here. Him and I game a lot. He's actually a young guy. Went to school with my youngest daughter. Graduated high school at the same time, and since then I adopted him. Got him hired on at Nashville, and he just completed his second year, I believe, as a on his journey to journeyman electrician.
Yeah.
2 more years to go.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, good to have you, Crow. Welcome, brother. And let's see. I seen a guy brush his elbow across a 440 line coming in. Oh my God, industrial grinder. Never seen a man fly 20 feet through the air before. Yeah, it blew his entire kneecap and elbow off like yeah, dude, that's brutal. And people don't realize, Croc. I mean, those are the kind of horror stories. Yeah, when I used to preach to my my kids every day, and Crow was one of them, and he heard me. It's like, remember, this stuff kills. There's no warning. Do not screw up. Do not lose focus. I don't care what you and your girlfriend fought about. I don't care what the hell's going on. You leave your shit at the door, because when you walk in here, you start playing with wires, you could die. There's, I mean, it's a no play zone.
Yeah, especially when you start getting into more like industrial stuff and like kind of the bigger big boy, you're working with feeds. Like once you start working with the big cables and stuff, that's when shit gets real. It's like, okay.
Exactly. Yeah, and Croc, man, that's traumatic. The fact that he lived is a good thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, his life changed in a split second.
Yeah.
I mean, and people don't realize, at least in a car wreck, you've got that split second of, oh my God. You don't even have that with electrical. You literally just open your eyes like, what in the hell just happened? You could be in a hospital. You could be dead. You don't know. It's so quick and so sudden. So I'm glad he lived. That's good, and that's tragic because, yeah, his life has changed forever. I mean, you guys don't realize the force of electrical current flowing through you. Like Croc is saying, it will blow you back 20 feet. And when the electricity discharges through your body, it will exit whether there's something in its way or not. If you happen to have a leg or an arm in the way, it's not going to be in the way for long because it will literally just blow it off like a bomb. It's insane.
Yeah, I've heard some horror stories for sure about people's lives changing in a literal split second because of just something happening. It's crazy.
Yeah. And, you know, I've had instances where I should be dead. I've done some stupid shit. One side job I went to, it was at a trailer, and the lady had no power on one of her feeders. She had 120 on one side, but did not have any on the other. And that's why her air conditioning wasn't working. I'm like, well, that's weird. So I go to the meter or go to the box, same thing. Well, I go out to the meter box. Okay, pop that, cycle the breaker. Okay, nothing. Pull the access panel with that. Still nothing. So I go around to the back of the meter. Now, if you guys don't know, the wires coming into a meter are literally bigger than your thumb. I mean, they're an inch diameter. They're like a 1/0, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I got the back, and it was in a tall metal box where I pulled the back panel off, and I'm kneeling in wet grass, grabbing a metal panel, trying to feed it out from behind the feeder wires, and I felt that panel hit something on the inside. When I got the panel off, I looked, and there's 2 exposed main feeder wires. And how I did not get killed, I have no freaking idea. I should be deader than hell. And literally, that's one of those like, oh my God, I just averted death. I have no idea how or why, but thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Like, thank the Lord for saving me that time, however it worked. But yeah, no, that's crazy.
And I think we've all had those close calls when we realize, you know, we should be dead. And I've had several in my life through multiple careers that don't ask me why I'm still here. I've got a mission to do. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm here, but thank you. I see. BTK, you should try climbing line tower. Oh, dude. BTK, a lineman, that is a whole nother level of insanity. I mean, you're dealing with some insane amount of voltages and currents. On top of that, you're 100 plus feet in the air or higher. I mean, that's like Russian roulette there, buddy. What is it? Is it like 1 in 5 linemen get killed on the job? And that's what the odds are?
I've heard like that you can feel the electricity at those levels. Like when you're up there, like you can like feel it in the air kind of. And you're like, oh my God, just the electromagnetism and everything.
Just walking by a substation. I mean, you can hear that hum. And if you roll your window down, I can feel this like, that's a lot of amperage. And I start thinking about what that could do to your body. It's like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, the hum. That's one of the key. Yeah, when you hear that like hum, it's like, okay, this is powerful. Like, this is strong.
This will screw some shit up right here. This will kill you and everybody within 100 feet of you. Easily. You're going to blow up. Spontaneous combustion. Mark says, oh, man. Woke me up to electricity. That's for sure. Absolutely, man. After that instant, I went to arbor school. So I'm done with electrical. I'm going to go cut trees. I'm good with that. Yeah, I don't blame you, Croc, because, yeah, that's a traumatic experience. You see something like that, that's not something you recover easily from. I mean, it's like seeing somebody dismembered in a car wreck or something. Like, okay, whole new respect for this environment.
Yeah, that's for
BTK.
Sure.
Yeah, BTK says, yeah, they use that aluminum crap. That service entry cable is a lot. Yeah, mad thick, exactly. And that's what this was. This was that crappy ass aluminum. It's like, rah.
Yeah, it can be like
I'm not
the
dead.
size of your fist. It's like,
yeah, like what the hell? How thick? Mad thick. Yeah, mad thick. Exactly.
Like a tuna can. Yeah, like a tuna can. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Hold the tower loosely. You can get little shocks as well. Oh, good to know. Thanks, BTK. I will avoid the towers. I'll say, journeyman electrician on the ground. I'm good with that. I can deal with industrial. Right. I can deal with houses, power relays. I start getting up on poles. Thanks, I'll pass. I made it through 51 years. I don't think I would make 52 on a tower. See, also changing business in substation, even when stuff is off the ground, you still get a small
buses.
Yeah. No, thanks, buddy. I'll pass. I mean, you start dealing with just a transformer alone. After you've unplugged it, you can still get cooked.
I've heard that the subway station buses that he's talking about are absolutely ridiculous. Like they're just like off to the side, kind of. But they are like the strongest current out there, basically, for all the trains and everything. You don't want to touch that. That's like immediate death. You cook to a crisp.
That's crispy critter right there.
You crispy critter. Yeah, like actually, you'd be deep fried from the inside out. It'd be insane.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Wallace contractor did a lot of tower and substations. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
dangerous.
BTK. But you are gutsy or stupid. I'm not sure which. A little bit of both. I think you got to be a little both. You got to be crazy. You got to be a little mental and a little bit suicidal to be an electrician to begin with. But man, you are taking this game to a whole new level. Yeah. Arcs and sparks, grab a beer and disappear. Fridays for the... There you go, buddy. That's it. I'm down to shock it up. Yeah, we used to electrocute people. I had one guy I was working on, and the panel box was mislabeled, and I had this new guy over there wiring a reset. Standard, 120 volt, feeding this box off of an extension cord. So, I mean, it's not horrible. Anyway, I hit the breaker to work on another circuit to test it. He's over there wiring up a reset. A reset, by the way, is you're plugging in the wall. We call that a receptacle. Okay, so if I say reset, that's what I'm talking. And boy, this guy, he goes flying back, like, oh my God. He tumbles backwards, rolling. Comes up, and his eyes are bugging out. And I'm like, what? He's like, that just shocked me. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. The breakers must be a little mislabeled. No big deal. This guy quit the very next day. He's like, nope, I'm done. I'm going back to being a food manager service guy. Okay.
He got hit once, and that was it.
Yeah, that was it. It wasn't
so
like
funny.
240 or nothing that would...
Nothing that would like really catch you. Yeah.
Right. It's not like he had to go sit down for 20 minutes, but man, you thought I just hit him with a car. I was like, come on.
I remember that happened when I think it was just a regular 120 circuit too. And it just like barely tapped me because it was just my screwdriver, but I like immediately let go. But I was like back to work in like 2 minutes. I was like, whoa, that was crazy. And I was like, all right, back to it.
Exactly. And
make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, and for anybody who doesn't know, I mean, we've all taken a 9-volt battery, put it on your tongue, right? You know that feeling? You almost get a vibration sensation. Well, imagine that, but it goes from your hand up to your shoulder. Your whole arm does that. It goes, it's like, whoa, cool. Okay. Yeah, it's just like that, just a higher magnitude for a standard 120 circuit. And I see BTK says the substation in Linden, New Jersey is sinking slowly. So it was just there repairing a bus where the wild pulled down. Oh my God. It's sinking? That's bad.
Yeah.
This could be bad.
That is bad.
Man, comments are flying by. I gotta try and catch up here. KFC, yeah, Kentucky Fried Corpse. You ain't kidding, buddy. Yeah, it will have. You guys seen The Green Mile? Remember at the scene at the end where the one asshole cop doesn't wet the sponge to execute the prisoner, and the guy bursts into flames? That's pretty much it. I mean, that was pure electricity right there. And it's not far off what it would be like.
Mm-hmm.
Had to extend buses and reattach. Dude, BTK, you got more guts than I do, buddy. I do not mess with buses. I will pass. You start dealing with mainlines, things like that, I'm like, nope, call the city. Have fun later. That's why they make that come. Yep. Anything up until your meter base, that glass ball on the side of your house has little numbers. Yeah. Anything up to that is the city's problem, not yours. After that, now becomes your problem. You call me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, rule of thumb. Good thing to know about that. Generating station, not substation. Oh, damn. That's even crazier.
That is.
That's like the main, it's like a main artery in your body. That's like the main
slowly,
one.
Slowly dying.
Yeah. That's not a good thing. Like a pump station. Yeah, there you go. Pump houses that have insane electrical feeds. I can believe it. They'd have to.
Yep.
Absolutely. Work on pump house all the time.
Big industrial places. Yeah, it's nuts, man. Type of power required for that.
That's it. And, us as electricians, for us, it's pretty fascinating. So I want to tell you guys all a trivia question. And you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I actually learned this when I was getting my journeyman license. One of the guys we deal with a lot is Mike Holt. Does that sound right? Chrome has all the books, writes all the electrical books, all the.
I think that does
Mike Holt, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I think I might.
So I was watching. I think it's right. I was watching one of the things, and he popped off to this board of people. Said, "Do you realize that the power in your house that you're paying for does not come from the power company or the station? You're actually using only the power in your house. The power that's generated at your hydroelectric plant or whatever never technically leaves that place. Do you realize that?"
Yeah, see, that's a good one because there's like the technicals behind that. Yeah.
Right. Because see, what happens is technically you go through a transformer or something, the voltage doesn't jump from one set of wires to the next. There's a barrier in between.
Yeah.
The electrons that are excites the electrons on this side. So the power actually just runs back and forth through the substation over here, exciting these electrons, which gets pushed.
Yeah.
So the power you're actually using in your house is the power that's already there. So you're paying for something that they're not supplying you. Man, I would complain.
Everybody should complain now.
Yeah, BTK says Mike Holt. Okay, yeah. Yep. And Crow agrees, Mike Holt. Yeah, he was explaining that, and all these guys are always like, what? Yeah. Believe it or not, you're not paying for the power they're generating at the power station. You're paying for the power that's already in your house. Yep. We're getting gypped on this deal, buddy. I know what my power bill is.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've gone down electrical. We could blow your guys' mind. Between me and Chrome and BTK and Crow, there's 4 of us in here, 4 Sparkies. We could blow your mind on stories of stupidity and craziness and technical and all across the board.
This is actually crazy. That I think this is the most amount of Sparkies I've seen, like outside of real life, like in one area. That's like this stream. That's crazy.
It's nuts, isn't it? Yeah, inductive reactance. Very good, BTK. You have done your homework, my man. I'm proud of you. Crow's probably going, okay, I gotta write this one down. I know I've talked to him about it when we were working together every day, and after I learned that, I told the whole crew about that. They're like, what? Because out of the crew we had, I think, at most 15 guys on our crew there at Nashville for a while. Out of all of them, I started one of the latest, and I was the first one to hit journeyman status. I actually beat my boss to getting journeyman status. I had to help him go through it, and he'd been there 8 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm one of those, I'm like a rabid dog. I get something as a goal, and I just go. Just balls to the wall. That's all there is. That is my life. Kind of like content creator. Same thing. It says, primary windings excites the secondary windings. Exactly, BTK. Yep. Yeah, okay. We are going to go down Geekville here. I can tell. And that's okay, because I like this stuff. But a lot of people are like, what's he talking about? I don't get it. We'll have to do a show just like Sparky Central or something. Yeah, no continuity. Exactly, BTA. There is no continuity from one side to the next. And so technically, you're not using power that they supply. So they shouldn't be billing us. It's jacked up, man.
That should just be free. Well,
right.
Electricity's free, right?
Exactly. It should be.
It's just electrons floating.
That's right. That's all it is.
Just
keeps going. Yep. Exactly, John. The flow. You got it. Well, technically it goes back and forth at 60 hertz. That's right. Well, it depends on which country you're in, BTK. Not every country runs on 60 hertz. You go to Europe, they're running on 50 hertz. So
those weirdos.
Okay. We are such geeks.
Weirdos, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they run on 50 hertz, 240 volts in a lot. And so yeah.
They got those nasty looking plugs out there. Those gross face looking plugs.
Oh yeah, big gnarly. It's like, what the hell? That's for my TV. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, I run commercial machinery and I don't have a plug that big. What the hell do you need that for?
That's funny.
What if amortization plays a part in the power bill? Yeah, that's a good question, Cameron. And I couldn't even try to figure out how they figure out the power bill. It's like, wait, what? How do you guys even calculate this shit out? I mean, we're not using it. How are you doing this? I keep thinking, I just need to dig in my yard, go to the main feeders, tap off that, run my own cord over, screw the meter.
Fuck that. I know. I've literally thought of it. I remember our teacher in school way back in school taught us like told us stories about like people who did that and stuff. And I was like, I wonder if I could get away with that.
Yeah, the problem is, they've got meters up the line, and so they're doing some type of voltage drop system. They're calculating how many amps are flowing through it. So if all of a sudden
they know
more amps than meters.
Yeah, they know exactly how much is going from point A to B to C then to your house. So it's like you have to,
right. They've got all the math calculated.
Yeah.
Crux says, I always wanted to reface my outlets with European style plugs before I sell my house. Oh, dude, that's evil. I love it. Do it. That would be epic.
Yeah. Definitely would be confused.
Somebody would walk in like, what the hell was all this?
99% of people would have no idea what they're looking at. They'd be like,
what is that? Oh, that's where you plug in your TV. Huh? That didn't look like mine. Oh, yeah, it does. You got to flip it over and it works just fine. And they'd be like, oh, really? Yeah, just take your plug and turn it upside down and it goes in just fine. That somebody right now is looking at a coin going, what's he saying?
Does this work?
No, I'm messing with you. It really doesn't. Yeah. Hate those smart meters. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing, Cameron, is, for us who have done this, we can go through and we can calculate voltage drop based on the length of your wire. We can do the amperage use. There's so many ways to track and monitor that. If you did try to steal electricity, I guarantee you're going to get tagged.
Yeah, you probably would. Yeah.
Yeah, I see articles of people putting magnets on their metal boxes, and all of a sudden the cops are showing up 2 days later. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, basically. Also, what BTK just said as well. Yeah.
One parallel, not touching the high voltage. Exactly.
Yeah. You can get that inductive electricity.
Exactly, because once again, like we talked about before, it's the electrons, and the electrons always move on the outside of the wire. So you put it right next to it, and it's going to excite the ones next to it.
It's crazy, even with just how it all works. Electromagnetic field can bounce electrons and send electricity here. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you'll get in trouble quick. That is true, man. They have so many computers monitoring the electrical grid. Yeah, if there's even a slightest little blip, dude, it's like a national emergency. It's like, oh my god, what happened? Because electricity, it is so lethal that if there is some type of amperage leak or something like that, it could be leaking into the ground or some metal structuring. So they're monitoring the shit out of it. Don't try it. Nobody go to jail, please, or get killed, because you could do one or both. You could be in jail and get killed. It would really suck. Yeah, pick your battles. I agree, Cameron. So, okay, so we went down Geekville, which I love because as a Sparky, it's like, oh, this is all kinds of fun. I got people I can talk my language.
Right? Yeah, it's fun.
Bruce Mercer can power off the RF in the air. I forgot. I've heard something like that. Yes, they've actually got there was a new thing I just read about where it's like a solar power, but it operates on rainfall. Have you guys heard about that?
No.
It's about moisture hits the panel and runs down it, and that generates electricity.
Oh, that is interesting, actually.
Yeah, you have to look it up. I heard something about it or read a small article. I don't remember where. But I'm like, I've got to put that on my list of things to geek out about one of these days. And I just haven't gotten back to it yet.
Because that really makes me think, actually.
BHK says nanocarbon tubes. Oh, steam. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just remember hearing something about panels with rainfall and electricity. Like, what? Okay, put that on my list of things to do in my free time.
Just to look up, right? Definitely.
Yeah, I can geek out on a show like that all day long. It's crazy. And so, it's actually kind of neat that we have so many different people dealing with electrical, but I'm sure other people right now are suddenly going, was he even talking English?
Yeah, like what are they talking about?
What is
Yeah,
inductive reactance? What the hell? Is that even a word? That's a made up word, man.
Yeah, I can ramble on about the question you asked earlier now if you'd like.
Yes, I want to get back to that because the whole concept, Chrome, here is, I love the fact you're Sparky. We're brothers in arms. BTK, Chrome, Crow, Cameron sounds like you're right there with us. So yes, there's a weird thing. It's kind of like in combat. If you get a bunch of people dealing in high stress or possible lethal environments, whether it be police officers, firemen, soldiers, or electricians, we tend to bond together. And so we have kind of a brotherhood there because, we deal with death, possibility of death every day. So that's why we go on that. And that's why we have that weird bond in case anybody's wondering, because we're all traumatized in some way or another. We are insane and we have trauma issues. But Chrome, back to where I was before. So as a Sparky that has trauma issues like we just covered and a certain level of insanity, you somehow found your way as a founding member of this very elite team, in my opinion, with neurosurgeon, a hyperbaric.
That would be crazy.
That would be nuts.
That would be insane.
We know how you got there because you needed trauma surgery because your brain was fried. But I mean, you've got Doc, and he's got all these amazing classifications in the medical field. Then you've got Cribzon, and he's got all the things in the architectural and the truck building, the mechanical, and then you've got you, Mr. Sparky. Crazies are us, and a young kid. You're what, half Doc's age?
Yeah.
How in the hell did you get into that, buddy? Tell me a story, man.
It's actually a fun fact about me and Doc. We have the same birthday, and I'm roughly half his age.
Wow. So are you like a early reincarnation of him? He just hasn't died yet to incarnate you? How the hell does that work?
Half reincarnation. Yeah, no, I always thought that was funny because we're like, he's very much like almost exactly double my age. It's very funny. So yeah, I'm 21. I'll let that out there. I'm a little bit of a young guy, but
you're a young pup.
Yeah, young pup. But I got
into. I think you and Crow are the same age. Crow.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, Dova. I think you guys are right the same age.
That would make sense. Yeah. Yeah. So that's.
By the way, real quick, Cameron. Yes, family trauma does count. Absolutely. We're good there. Sorry, go ahead, Chrome.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, so I was working as an electrician for like 2 or 3 years. I was in my second year. I was a little bit halfway through my second year, I think. I was like slowly making my way towards my third year. I was going to go back for my second year of schooling to like get all my stuff like that. But the jobs that I kept working for, they were pretty garbage. So they would just lay everybody off after 6 months. So I like got hired with a group of people, like a bunch, like groups of people all got batch hired at like the same times, basically. And then roughly 6 months later, after they were hired, all get laid off because like they're allowed to lay you off within the first 6 months legally. Like I can't remember what it was. Anyway, so I couldn't keep a job basically because they kept just laying everybody off. So I went to like 3 different companies of electrical, and then I was like, I'm getting kind of sick of this. So my buddy offered me a job at his shop, and this is like kind of around, I started getting into like stocks and stuff. So I was just in like general stocks and options, kind of looking into that right around that time, or maybe like close to the end of my first year going into my second year of electrical. So I was kind of starting to get into the finance world and kind of explore that and like start to learn about a bunch of different stuff, and just lots and lots of research, watching videos and doing all that. And then when I got laid off for like the second time or third time, I kind of just took a little bit of time to do like a lot more research. Like I just really like every single day I would just be like reading, watching, just learning, just doing everything that I could to try and like get in deeper and like learn. And then that's kind of when I realized I'm like, I have no chance in this world of the stock market. Like I have zero chance of making it, making like a career doing anything like, you know, day trading, like whatever. I've like seen people, you know, talk about it, make videos on it, like day trading stocks and penny stocks and like all this garbage. And I was like, this is just not reliable. Like you need to have a lot of capital coming in first for it to really be worthwhile. That's when I started to look a little bit more into like the crypto side and stuff. And so it was like 3 years ago, I think. That's when I really started to like look into crypto and like got into it and started looking into centralized exchanges, learning about networks, and kind of just dove really right into DeFi because that's what really interested, like really got my brain kicking. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like there's so much going on here. There's so many different players in the space. And there's lots of technology and so many different, just so many builders, so many different things happening. And so I thought it was really cool, really unique. And obviously there's a lot more movement, like a lot more degeneracy and a lot more price action, you know, crazy volume, stuff going up thousands of percents and stuff like that. And I was like, this looks like a good gamble, a good fun. So I got in and I started playing around for a little bit, and I was just gaming some random projects like way back. And then it was basically just like flipping. So I had no idea what I was doing. I was like just buying stuff and just selling stuff and just like hoping that it goes up. I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what the token did. I didn't know anything. This is like way back. I was like buying usually just like top 50s, like stuff that I had just like never really heard of before. Like this is back when like Polkadot was doing really good and like a lot of other things. And so I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then I started to find some more research, like actually on what they are, and then like dive into them, and then started to learn like what I was actually buying. And then that's when I started to look more into like the DeFi projects themselves, like stuff building on the blockchains and like all these other altcoins and alt tokens and stuff. So that's when I got into that, started messing around, made some money, lost some money. And yeah, I thought it was really interesting. And so I'm like, yeah, this is really, really damn cool. I can make some money here. So I just buckled down.
So your strategy was basically close your eyes, throw a dart. Yeah, buy that one.
For like a month. Yeah, for like a month or so. That was basically it. I was like, I don't know how this shit works. Like, what's going on here? Like, what's like, where is the price action coming from? Like, who is buying here? Who's selling here? I had no idea. I had no idea why or what. But then finally, like a month later, I started to realize, you know, all these different projects and different spaces and everything. So that's when I started to get like the nitty gritty of it, really get into like the DeFi part of it, and start to really get into projects and like tokenomics and really start to research and stuff. So that's when I, for probably like 3 or 4 months straight, I was just like researching different projects, like learning how projects worked and how everything worked, how things should run, what projects were failing, what were succeeding, like just all sorts of different stuff like that. So then yeah, eventually that led me into meeting a couple different people, like hanging out in different servers and stuff. And then I met this one guy. I really got to give my credit to this one guy that I met. His name is Zephyr. He really helped bring me like into the space. If Yabonks is still here, he would know who I'm talking about. So this guy, Zeph, he was really cool, and he was starting to spread his wings and like grow as like a community manager and like do a bunch of community stuff and like help building Discords and all that fun stuff. So I started to learn from him a little bit about like how Discord worked, because I was still like, I was familiar but pretty newbie, so I didn't really understand like a lot of the technicals. And that's when I started to learn more of the technicals of that and like build servers and like run servers and bots and like all these different things. And then that's when roughly around then he got offered like a job for a project to be like their community manager / like Discord admin and stuff like that. And so then he's like, hey, like I just got offered this. Do you want me to see if you could get on board too as just like a mod or something? And I'm like, oh, absolutely. I fucking love that. That'd be super cool. So then, yeah, he talked to the guys, got me on as a mod. And then I was pretty hyped. I was pretty stoked. And then we started working together. And that's when I met Doc, was like way back when I became a mod. So that's when like the first time I met Doc. He was really cool, very nice, very genuine. And then after a little bit, I'm trying to remember. It's always so much. Like there's so much that's happened.
It's been so long ago. I mean, you're such an old man. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I know, right? And yeah, so it was from there I met Doc. I was doing mod stuff, but then I started sort of like trying to push it a little bit further, like trying to like show that I have a little bit more understanding of some stuff, and I can do more than just be like a fucking Discord mod, right? I can actually try and help out on the back end, or help make some decisions and do like community stuff. And so I pushed a little bit harder. Eventually, you know, started to get a little bit more roles and get more stuff put on me and like everything like that. So I started to just work harder. And then, yeah, that just like, I just kept doing that, kept on getting better stuff to do. And eventually it was basically told like, yeah, like I can't remember exactly how it was, but it was like, yeah, like you've done so much. You're not just a mod now. You're like, you know, kind of like head of something. We'll have to figure out like a new title for you. And then this is like before collective finance and everything. And then eventually, that's when like months after, you know, me and Doc have known each other for quite some time now. We've been working together for a little bit, and then that's when we kind of birthed the idea for collective finance. It was like, I can't even remember now. It was like so long ago, but it was at some point in 2022. I think roughly. It was actually like roughly around this time, like July/August of last year. Yeah, last year. That's when we started to kind of like birth the idea of everything and like kind of start to plan it out, like how we want to do things. Because, you know, we've been talking and it's like, man, this market is just so dog. There's just so many rugs. Like there's so many bad actors. This was right after Liquid Capital. Or right around, it was like a bit after Liquid Capital, if people remember that. Absolutely wonderful time of a thing. So
yeah, Croc even has some thoughts on that. I remember my Discord mod push, just so much drama involved.
Yeah, so much. There's always so much drama.
Oh my god, you're modding like, for 8 servers? Jesus, that's
Thanks,
I'm done.
I remember back when I was like starting against, I was like looking in different servers. I was like, oh, being a Discord mod, that seems awesome. Just get to hang out and do shit and just chill and get paid for it. And then once you like finally get into it, like, oh my god, this kind of fucking sucks, honestly. Unless you're like getting paid okay, then it's like, all right, this is kind of worth it. But
either way, it's gonna be like dodging cars on the freeway or something, man. You know somebody's gonna run you down. Something's gonna go wrong. Something's gonna go sideways. Somebody's gonna be aiming for you because you happen to be up front. And they're
that's like one of the worst things I saw was so many like in so many different projects, like these mods getting berated and barraged for stuff that the founders or the devs would be doing. And it's like, brother, he's just a moderator. Like he just has moderator permissions in the Discord. He's not in the back chats, you know, making decisions and talking to the devs and stuff. Like they're not involved at all.
I can do that job, man. My hat's off to you and Crocus. I'll play with electricity all day long. At least then if I screw up and kill myself, that's my own dumb. Okay, that was my bad.
It's like
I'm playing with something down the line and somebody else is playing with the circuit breakers. I'm like, no, I'm gonna go punch him in the throat. Game over.
You got to learn to be like level-headed and calm. I mean, it kind of helped doing it a lot more. It helped me kind of like stay, you know, not lose my cool on people just like randomly at like messaging and stuff like that. Or if somebody says something dumb, I'm not just gonna be like, you're fucking retarded or whatever. Like you gotta be like, oh hey, sorry, but that's actually incorrect, let me just quickly explain to you why. Like, you know, you gotta like,
oh see, I could never do that, man. I'd lose my shit. I'm like, did you say to me, come on? I get fired up way too fast and way too hot.
Being on the job site, that'll do it to you too. Oh man, there's so many times where like just working would just make me pissed off, or somebody would say the wrong thing, or somebody would do something dumb, like, you're fucking stupid, like fucking ask me a dumb question and be like, the fuck do you think the answer is? Like, you know, stuff like that. Like, I totally get you there.
Yeah, that's when people would ask me a question. I'd stand there with a hammer in my hand and I'd just look at them like, seriously? I'm gonna beat you into intelligence because you're just too damn dumb. Hey, Croc, I was tired of being the punching bag for 2 of the projects. Devs and the leads wouldn't even talk to the chat. Said, oh, dude, that's brutal, man. See, I couldn't do that, man. My hat's off to you guys because, there's no way I could stand there. Now, if I choose to get involved in a fight or up front, I got no problem with that. Okay, I made that choice. Okay, but to just decide to be the punching bag for the devs to hide behind you and just ignore you, basically, say, he's fine, as you're getting the shit beat out of you by the community, I couldn't do it, man.
It's 99% of the time, it's like usually like the mods that are, you know, they're hyping things up and they have like a positive mindset. They're just doing their job to like keep things good and chat and stuff, and they're trying to like make everybody feel like everything's going great, but they have no idea what's happening. They actually have no idea what's going on in the background, right? Like they don't know.
Good.
That's basically it. It's like they're like the dev and the founder are talking about rugging in the back, and the mods and they're, guys, everything's great. We got this coming up soon. Like all this, it's like you never know what's actually happening. So the mods always would get the
surprise.
Because I've seen it so many times. The mod would be like, don't worry guys, like everything's okay here. Like I'm sure we'll get this sorted out. Something bad happens and everybody's like, what the fuck? Like you said everything was gonna be okay and blah blah, and it's like, oh god,
Now it's all your fault because you done told him it was fine because you were told it was fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
Yeah,
man.
it's
And you willingly chose this position. I'm not sure if that makes you brave or stupid. I'm voting stupid. What do you guys think?
That's a good one.
It takes a special level of desire to grow and to learn to be in these and be a mod because that's a rough, brutal job. Croc says, I didn't have a clue. Paid for being a moral. Yeah, exactly, Croc. I mean, that's it. And yeah, you guys are on the front lines taking the brunt of it. And so that's why whenever a project goes down or something happens, unless that moderator is part of the team, more than likely, the ones that I know really had no idea. They really don't. They're doing their job. They're doing the best they can, trying to keep everybody cool, collected, pass the information that they do know, or were told, I should say. They don't even know it. They were just told it. So, yeah, be nice to your moderators out there, guys, because most of them are just people trying to make a living. They're trying to get ahead, trying to learn and to grow.
Yeah,
and
that's
it. Yeah, they don't know what's going on. So be nice to the moderators out there because they are probably the unsung heroes of DeFi.
Yeah, a lot of them are just literally just paid. Some of them are just literally just hired, like kind of like hired off the street, you know, just like picked up off the street. Here you go. Here's a little position. But yeah, a lot of it is just guys trying to get their foot in the door. That was me, you know. I was just trying to make my way in somehow because like after a while I was after like a year or so being in the space and everything, I was like, damn, like I would love to be a part of like of a project, help it out, help build it, like help, you know, have input and be able to do all these things. And then roughly like a year and a half later, I actually finally did get that opportunity, but it was from like lots of grueling mod work and like lots of just painful days of just nonsense and dealing with bullshit and stuff. But yeah, you know, you just gotta work hard. And also, I think part of it's also luck. I mean, you just gotta kind of meet the right people, know the right people. That's also kind of like in the real world as well. Like to be successful, you gotta make connections. Like as one of the other founders, Cripsom, always says, your network is your net worth. And like, it's very true. The more people you know, the further you can go in life. So it's just all about meeting the right people. I got lucky that I met Doc and, you know, we made a really good connection. You know, we chatted a lot and like he'd seen that I had a strong head on my shoulders and I wasn't just some degen kid, I guess, you know, trying to make a quick buck or anything. I was there to actually help and provide value and be there, be a good resource and somebody that they could lean on and trust with certain things. Like, so yeah, now I have like a really good relationship. Like even, I even have like personal info and like credit cards of some of these guys and stuff. Like they trust me with like a lot
shopping spree. Chrome and Brian, we're out of here. Let's go. Friday night shopping spree.
Yeah, if I wanted to dick off and do that, I could, but no, that would never happen. I'm a trustworthy guy. I'm not here to take anybody's money or do anything. I mean, that's why my face is up here. Like I'm not gonna pull a rug or, you know, shill a scam token or something like that. And like, yeah, just not about that.
And Crow says, amen, hell yeah. And you know, and Croc, of course, is like, so what's the credit card number?
What's the credit card number?
Hey, Crum, I got a couple things in my Amazon cart. I'm gonna shoot you a link to those. You know, you missed my birthday, buddy. I really need that 4070 Ti graphics card. I'm really trying to get. So, yeah, trying to upgrade. I see Kitty Tail. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's why the whole kitty thing this morning.
Funny,
yeah, because the kitty master.
He's bugging me for some food, so.
Well, didn't you just feed him?
So he's fucking old, right? So he's like 12 or 13. So he like, I'll put the food in front of him and he'll start eating it. Then he'll go walk off and do something and then come back to me and start looking up at me and like meowing at me. I'm like, well, your food is right there. And I just grab it and put it in front of him and then he starts eating it again. It's like, well, there we go.
Hey, us old people, we get senile pretty quick, man.
Yeah, he is like a geriatric cat. That's what I like to call him.
Perfect. I'm right there with him. All right, me and Kitty. We've got one of those too. We've got a cat called Off Key, and we got this kitten, and she's probably, God, she's got to be 13, 14 years old. I'd have to check with the wife for sure. But we got her as a kitten, and she always had this thing about jumping on the desk and walking across the keyboard or laying on the keyboard. And it was always off the keyboard. Yeah. So we named her, we named her Off Key because she has a thing for keyboards.
Yeah.
That's her name is Off Key.
That makes sense. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, this guy, he like always tries to come into my lap. So I'll be sitting like even just on like my regular chair, like on my desk and stuff. And he'll be like meowing at me, like pawing at me, like scratching at me and shit. And be like, I just want to come sit. I'm like, dude, like there's nowhere to sit. And he'll jump up like on the table and like get on my keyboard and like, yeah.
Yep.
It's classic.
Yep.
Absolutely classic.
Oh yeah. I love cats because cats are like, I always said cats are like women. And they're never going to do what you think they're going to do. And the world revolves around them. It's not like a dog. A dog, you can say, okay, stay, sit, rub their tummy, and they're fine. No, cats, hell no. Doesn't matter what you're doing. They want attention. They're getting attention one way or another. So, yep.
Yeah, that's like my guy. Whenever he wants something, he's getting it. He's going to annoy the shit out of me until it happens. That's for sure.
Perfect. Well, the good thing is the bowl's already full. So you just move back where you can remember it's there. It's like, oh, yeah. I can remember now.
That's literally it. I just move it closer, and he's like, "Oh yeah, there we go, my food."
Perfect. So let me ask you, Crumb. Now, from the time you were a moderator till now, how much time has actually gone by? Because you say it's been a while, but an old guy like me, where I'm over twice your age, for me, been a while could be 20, 30 years. You've been a while. You ain't even been alive 30 years. So
yeah.
let's put things in proportion here. So when from the time you went to a moderator, got your first moderator job, to being a founder, how long did that take?
Roughly a year. Yeah, roughly about a year. I got lucky. I will say I got lucky. Right. Like not everybody's going to get that opportunity. I mean, it's really also about like work ethic and like ability to learn and ability to, adjust to situations and I don't know, lead, speak. That's something I learned as well, was like being able to public speak. I didn't really have, like I kind of naturally had the skill when I was like in school and stuff, like whenever I had to do like, go up in front of the class and speak and stuff. I wouldn't have too much of a hard time. I could usually go through, get it done without too many fumbles, like maybe mess up a couple words, but it's like, all right, get her done, finish and we're good. But now that it's like having to get on like AMAs and like talk and like, do promotions and like, speak with different people, different project founders and like, seem professional and like all this stuff. That's where, the big boy pants had to come on and really, step up the game and like learn on that front. So that's something that I had to kind of get used to and like learn a little bit more, get good at, I guess, is, talking and being professional with others and doing that. So stuff.
I got to ask, since you get the big boy pants on, when are you going to wash that dirt off your face, buddy?
I know,
either
man.
Then or grow it. One of the two, man.
It's so uneven. I wish I could have like a full grow, but it's like patched where there's like a square under my chin. It's like an actual square where it's like this like little tiny square where it just doesn't grow. There's just no hair. It's just like smooth right there. But
that's what being a Sparky does to you. You're Sparky long enough, you got no hair left at all, man.
Wait long enough, and give me another 30 years, and we'll get there.
Oh yeah, you'll be there. And let's see. So I was corrected here. Okay, so when it says Cat is 14 years old, and Croc says cool name. Yeah, off key. Because every time I was like, "Fucking Cat, get off the keyboard."
It is a cool name, yeah.
Every time you throw her down, she would hop back up, and she was a little kitten at the time, so she bounced and she loved her to death, and she's still with us, and she's so old and so senile, but love her to death.
I love her. I love the old cats. They're awesome. Also, thank you, Croc. Yeah, I'm worried that might be me, but only time will tell. So we'll see.
Yeah, I never could grow hair well, so I am no one to talk about. Now I look like Jean-Luc Picard if I actually let my hair grow out. I get like this ring. It's like, oh, look, a bowling ball wearing a hula skirt, except for I have I never could even grow long hair like yours. That's the max my hair could ever get. Even when I was young, I always had super fine ghost white hair in the summer. It's really weird. So yeah, me and hair have never gotten along. So I'm envious. So any comments I make are totally out of hair envy.
Just jealousy. It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah. I'm not too proud to admit. Yeah. I'm jealous. Bald is sexy, but man, some days I wish I had hair.
That's so funny. It's funny. I was always kind of like, I don't know, kind of scared of like doxing a little bit, just because also I was like younger. Like the guys like always like knew that I was like young. They've always chatted with me and like knew my age and most of the stuff. But I don't know, before like showing my face, I was like, oh God, like what are they gonna think of me when they see me? Yeah, it's like, oh man, you never know. But now that once you just get it done, it's like a lot easier. Now I can just come on camera and I don't really care too much what what I look like. I've done so many videos before in the past. It's like, yeah, people don't. I mean, then people don't really care as well. I mean, like,
and that's
people,
it. And
yeah,
I mean, really, people can see the genuineness in it. And it's just like me doing this. I've always been terrified of public speaking my whole life. Even previously, when I had my company, Vapeology, where I had opened the first brick and mortar vape store in the state of Idaho, and started building up, and then that train wrecked and everything. But I was going to like the governor's balls. I was sending my ex-wife down to Washington, D.C. to deal with the FDA. She actually had lunch with them a couple times, the head of the FDA, and was really going after vaping and stuff. And so I was like the main speaker here in Idaho for vaping. But I was terrified of public speaking. And so the fact that I'm a content creator now is really comical. I still talk very fast a lot of times, and my speech is broken in strange places. People are like, what? He like stopped mid-sentence, took a breath, and then kept going. That's just my style. That's just the way it goes. But I think getting on here and being genuine, being real, and having the guts to show your face and just be who you really are. Because, yeah, you can ask Crow, you can ask anybody who knows me. What you see here on camera, this is me. This is the way I am. I'm like a little kid who was turned loose and unsupervised most days, smart in some areas and dumb as a box of rocks in others. And so, yeah, it's just me. It's the way life is. But I think that realness, I think that genuineness, like you're talking, Chrome, really stands out because it's obvious you're not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. You're not trying to be anything you're not. And I think that's what really stands out.
Yeah, I'm just a guy, man. I'm just some dude. I just love what I do. I got kind of lucky, and I'm really appreciative for it. And I love what I do. I could sit there and do this all day. That's why I'm enjoying it. And I feel very blessed to be able to do this as I do. Because, it's a lot different than working as a Sparky. It's a lot less physically requiring and everything. But I think it's a lot more they both have their benefits. But I think this one is a little bit I'm happy that I started off in electrical, because I got that experience and I know how to do stuff. I can actually put that to practice. I can change plugs, I can change lights, I can do a lot of stuff. So it's very useful. But now with this type of background, I think it's more useful, especially with the world that I'm kind of growing up into and got to learn to live in, because it's so, I don't know, so fucked up, it's
yep. And I think being a Sparky is actually, it has a strength a lot of people don't realize is when you're doing a career that could be life or death, it gives you a sense of responsibility. The fact that if I make a mistake, in electrical, I could be dead. If I make a mistake in crypto as a founder or anything like that, I could ruin other people's lives to the point where they commit suicide. I mean, things could be very tragic on both sides. And so I think actually an electrician or some type of career that has that level, it's not making pizzas. If you get a pizza wrong, okay, you're going to get yelled at, get fired.
Dude, that's
if you miswire something. Oh, is that okay? But I wonder, do you think that maybe that fed into it and gave you that level of responsibility or maturity that maybe really stood out to the team?
Yeah, I think so. I think it did definitely, because a lot of what I got to do at the ending of my electrical career, my couple years that I got to be a Sparky, I was doing a lot more of journeyman level stuff. I was doing feeds, I was doing the main feeds for apartments. So I was doing all the piping, bringing it in. I was constantly, what are they called? What's the, the portable jackhammer,
portable jackhammer?
Yeah, it's called a certain thing. I can't remember, but I'd be constantly drilling concrete, priming up holes and getting everything ready with the pipes. I even did a lot of underground, so I got to do lots of not a lot of stuff that a second year would be doing most of the time, which I was super happy about. I got to work with this one journeyman, and he just set me up. I have such vivid memories of working in this one area in this apartment building, of setting up all the main feeds for each floor and getting all the pipe set up, all the 2-inch pipe all throughout the building and all that
PVC and all that. Okay.
Yeah, it was so much work, but yeah, it was really cool just because I finally got to do some of the better. I wasn't just sitting there doing plugs all day or pulling cat 6 or cat 5 I wasn't having to do the garbage work, right? So that I think definitely helped. I could see, I think the journeyman and other people could see that I was willing to put a little bit more effort into it, more work, and kind of show that I can do a bit more. So yeah, I think it did help, because I got to do better stuff, got to be put at higher level stuff and show that I can continue to do good work. I also got to do lots of piping, which was fun. I got to work in a it was a or it is in ortho.
What happened to your public speaking, man? You just said it like 8 times. My name is Jim. Thank you for coming today.
Yeah, it was a dentist, so it was doing like it was one of my first buildings that was like completely concrete. It was all so
it's
metal,
like all industrial grade and everything.
Exactly, yeah. So that was like my first time, and so yeah, everything was basically industrial, and everything was all steel, so no wood. So we were just doing all steel structure, everything, and it's a lot different. And then when it came down to it, a lot of the runs were all piped because it was all either like in the ground or in the ceiling, stuff like that. And so luckily I got
so a lot
do
of
like,
EMT and things like that you run bending conduit to the right degree, so you have this much current.
I bent the shit out of some conduit and out of some pipes, my man. I'll tell you, I was bending pipe like no tomorrow. Bending and laying pipe, man. That was all that was on the brain for so long. But it was good because it was like some of the harder work a little bit because it's got to be clean. It has to be perfect. Like you can't have some fucked up looking pipe with all these bents and dinks in it because you're never gonna push the wire through that, right? Yeah. So
there's no way.
Yeah. So that you got to learn like you got to know how many angles can you do in a full run that you're doing, or like before it's gonna be impossible to pull the thing, and like so there's a lot of different things I had to learn.
What is the code? How many degrees of bends can you have?
That's such a hard one. That's such a hard one. It's
in a run of FMC, how many degrees of bend is maximum from termination to termination? Let's see if he's still here with us, because this is one thing we fought a lot about. Because where I worked at Nashville with modular plant, a lot of things like low voltage fire alarm systems, we had to run through the rafter stuff, and we ran FMC. And I hated FMC because it's a pain in the ass to string. There he is, Crow, my man. 360 degrees maximum from termination to termination. 490s.
That's what I thought.
Well done,
yeah,
sir.
490s. That's
ETK, same thing. You can do 360 degrees. Come on, Matt. What kind of Sparky are you? I got 2 other Sparkies answered right there.
It's been so long. It's been years since I've had to do it. It's
slacker.
I wish I could remember all that stuff. I know, right? Man, it sucks. See, one day I'll remember everything, but
oh yeah, no, you won't. That's why there's books. If you can remember how to reference something, that's what brilliance is. It's not about knowing everything. It's about being able to quickly reference the details you need.
Yeah.
That's it. One guy told me that's what college was. It wasn't about learning this stuff. It was about learning how to find this stuff quickly and efficiently.
Yeah.
That's what college was for.
Yeah, learning how to find the information quickly and effectively. Yep.
Right. If you get a general idea in the NEC where it's at, then you can locate it pretty quick.
And that's the thing with like electrical is you like, because the code is changing every 3-4 years. So
3
it's
years.
like, yeah, 3. That's what I thought. So it's like you have to be looking stuff up because you can't just go off of your memory. Because what if it's different now? It's like it's
exactly.
So. And also with what Croc says here too, I can attest to that as well. I do slightly miss the 95 just for like the social interaction a little bit, getting to be able to like chat shit with the guys or talk shit or just chat about whatever and have the laughs.
Make fun of them or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, lunchtime shit. That's the one thing I do miss. Yeah.
I have the same thing here. And it's one of those after, because I quit my job in December. End of last year, we shut down the plant for 2 weeks for Christmas vacation, Christmas, New Year's. And I told him then, I was like, hey, I'm not coming back. I'm going to try this full-time content creator. My brother, Alex, Yabonks, pushed me into it. I totally blame him. He says, no, you'll be great, man. You're genuine. You're real. People love you. And so do me a favor, guys. If you feel that way, subscribe. Tell your friends about me, please, because I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers, and it's killing me. It's tough. So do me a favor. Try and help out. But I quit my job, and literally I came home, and I locked myself in the office, and I was doing AMAs with you and learning everything I could like you were, but also learning video editing and all the different things of how to do things right as content creator. And I literally did not fill up my car with gas. Didn't have to until April. I quit in December. I didn't have to put gas in my car till April. Does that tell you how serious I took this? I didn't leave the house.
Holy shit, brother. Yeah, that's crazy, actually. That's how you know. You didn't have to spend gas money for 4 months.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how committed I was to this. And
dedication.
Yeah, exactly. And it's okay. So BTK says hammer drill. Yeah, exactly. Concrete hammer drill going through chipper gun, maybe. Yep. Everybody has different terms for them.
Yeah. Hammer drill. Hammer drill. That's exactly what we used to call it. It was always just grab the hammer drill. That's what it was, man.
Yep.
There's so many different like names for tools and things that I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I try to think about and I can't remember. But man, yeah, there's a couple things. Yeah, the hammer drill was always. I remember when we finally got the newest version, like the new Milwaukee. It had like the vacuum on it and everything, so it was so much nicer. I wasn't breathing in concrete dust. That was such a beautiful little machine, man. Those things so cool.
Yep. And BTK says if you put a pull box or fitting in the run, though, you reset. Okay, but now BTK, if you connect two FMCs using just a coupler, that does not reset them because that's just a splice. You actually have to have a box or a termination of sorts.
It has to be a box. You can because you can't just Yeah, it has to be a box.
We're gonna debate electrical rules here.
Yeah,
I got my NEC right here next to me. You want me to grab it?
You would be smoking mid if you think that you could do a 360 and then couple and then do another 360. You would not be pulling that.
There's no way you're getting it through it there.
Zero.
Croc, thank you, brother. Croc says I'm about to buy me my last 200 subs. Man, I am so close. But then after I hit the 1,000 subs, I need 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah.
So I've looked at that, and I'm at what am I at? Like 2,700, 2,600, something like that. So I still need like 1,300 more watch hours. So I need people to actually watch, even if they push play and walk away. I'm good with that. You know what? Just play all. Yeah. Cool. Set your phone down. Walk away. I've actually done that to some of them.
4,000 hours.
4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to be fully monetized.
That's
crazy.
So
that's what I'm working towards. And in the bear market or in the bull market, that's gonna be easy. I mean, shit, you could do that in a couple weeks. But in the bear market, there's so few things going on and so few people that are wanting to do AMAs or things like that, and legitimate projects. Because I very much run off Yabonks' rules. And in fact, I've got almost a carbon copy of his contract, and I rewrote a few things in it for me, different wording, different setup. So yeah, there's a lot of them that won't even approach me because like, oh no, Yabonks already told us no, we're not going to talk to Serenity. There's no way, because he's going to say, oh hell no. So yeah, it's one of those. It's been, but at the same time, I've met really great people. Like you're talking about, your network is your net worth, and so the people that I do talk to, once I do interview and get connected with, have been amazing all the way around. And so I love it to death, and it's a grind. And I know that's part of the game here.
Yeah, so like what I've noticed is you could take the easy route and just find what's the hottest DeFi project right now, and then just cover that. Just like make videos covering that, like just like every single day. Because that's what I've seen, especially when during like the beginning, when I was like looking through for different YouTubers and stuff, like just trying to find like who's making good content of like actual DeFi projects and like different crypto things like that I can potentially reach out to see if they'll cover us or like whatever. So, and I swear to you, 90% of the DeFi / crypto YouTube accounts that I looked at were all talking about the same thing. It was always the same thing. Whatever the narrative was at that time, whatever the hot project was, whatever the ROID app was, like whatever that was, that's what they were making videos on, and that's what was getting views and subscribers and everything. You'd see like this basically the same videos. Like I like go back and like pull up into like 5 videos, all with like the same exact thing, just talking about one project, and they all are just like blowing up because it's just like the same people watching all the same videos, like trying to find more information about this project and like all this stuff, because it's like producing 1% a day, and it's I gotta get in this. And
exactly. And you could watch all the videos side by side on your screen, and they're almost word for word. It's like, okay, you guys are saying the same damn thing.
You wouldn't learn a single fucking thing from those videos, I'll tell you what.
Exactly. And I go back and I watch them with a Sparky background. Also, I do crypto mining with ASICs and Graphics Garden. It's like some of these mining projects. I'm like, okay, well, that sounds great. And you're talking about terahashes per watts and what the return is. Who's calculating that out? Let's break that down. I want to go deeper. I want to find out more. And he's gone. Bye, Chrome. I'm all alone. No one here beside me. But you gotta have friends. Yes, that's out of Shrek. I'm a little kid.
I just have to get some water.
No, you're good. I'm going to have to go get my water and take a restroom break here in a second anyway. But I want to catch up on the comments here real quick.
Cool.
And yes, BGK says if you do a pull box or fitting in the runs, it resets 0. And we covered that one. And you said you don't use FMC. There was. Yeah, you're right. If you're using ENT or something like that, you have to terminate in a box or some type of bending box. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Waitress. Thank you. My waitress just came to my table. Thank you, now. Yeah, most EMT, IMC, and RMC, absolutely. Yeah, those all have those type of determination blocks like we're talking. Speaking of DeFi, did you hear about the gas? Oh, yes, I did. Read about that. I was kind of hoping Cyril would hop in here so we could kind of drag him up on stage and get some.
Ear horn it in.
Yeah. If nothing else, I'll get him here on Rags to Riches next Thursday, and we'll at least dive into that a little bit. But like we're talking about, the content and stuff like that is, hold on. Let's go again. I got more comments here. Says, try and spark the algo by reporting an update to current DeFi chains like Atom, ADA, Sol, AVAX, etc. That's a good one, Croc. And yeah, I definitely need to change some of my content aspects. My whole thing is that I am so focused on helping the little guy. Because working at Nashville, there's 150 people there. Half of them don't speak English. Almost all of them live check to check. They don't invest. They don't have any kind of future. They don't have a 401k there. And so these are like 150 employees that are surviving check to check to check to check and have no idea how to invest, no idea how to put, do dollar cost averaging or put a few dollars away in savings or anything like that. Mm-hmm. And so that was my driving force, is to help these people change their lives. And so that's kind of limited me in some ways, because I can't just chase what's new and shiny, because I feel like I'm violating my own values if I'm not truly helping those little people learn and grow. And that's why I've got the whole Zero to Hero series, where it's like, here's a blockchain. I hold up boxes on a chain. That's a blockchain, and define it super simple. Thank you, Dev. So it's kind of hard because I'm not just one of those, I guess, like an ambulance chaser after the newest, hottest thing. I still want to give good content, good value, but I want to make sure it's value for the little guys, not just the whales, not just what's popular. So yeah, that's one of the battles I fight with. And that's where the whole, Freaky Friday comes in, is reversing roles and getting your guys' ideas and opinions. How can I get better? What can we do all the way around? Because yeah, once we get up here, we have these chats like with Chrome with you guys, you kind of see where the struggle is, but also you guys can give me ideas and opinions. And what would you do in my shoes? That's what some of this is about. And I see Croc is telling you your personality would suck a lot of people in. Thank you, Croc. I appreciate that, buddy. At first I read that, I'm like, your personality sucks. What?
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. Thank you, Croc. I appreciate that. And I think that's one of my biggest things. That's one thing Yabonks has told me a lot. Sean Clark and Austin Clark and some other content creators say is that it's my nature, my genuine, just real. Because this is the only way I know to be, man. I've been this way for 51 years. I've tried being other people. It doesn't work. All I know is I'm a short, fat, bald guy who likes to play with electricity and do stupid things, ride motorcycles and race cars. So now I appreciate it. Or become an XRP maxi. Should bring 10K. Yeah. And you know what? That's one thing. I'm big into XRP. Crypto Sensei has absolutely turned me onto that, and I'm a full believer. And we're been dollar cost averaging into XRP. But it's one of those, do I feel that I can truly compete with Crypto Sensei? Or would I be doing my community a better service by saying, hey, you know what? I'm an XRP. I believe in it. I think it's great. Here's the one you want to talk to. And I'll point him that direction. Say, go check out Crypto Sensei. That's the man to talk to. He knows everything there is to know about it. And so I'm kind of doing myself a disservice, but I don't feel I quite am masterful enough to know everything to really speak to that. I would rather point him to somebody who has more knowledge. Like if somebody's talking digital gold, I would say, hey, this is what I know, but here's where you can get even more information. Talk to Chrome over here. This is the man that knows. He's connected. And so I've got no problem with that. And Will, yeah, now Clark's like, oh yeah, Will. Austin Clark, my man, I was just talking about you, brother. Good to have you here. Just got to go where there is most eyeballs, bro. Long term, you could build an audience with a high traction niche. Then after build that sort of thing you want. That's great advice. And that's what I need to do, Austin. I need to break out of my mold because I'm still dealing with that fear of, am I really good enough to compete with the big dogs? And that's still there. And I think that's always going to be there. And in a way, it's a strength because it pushes me to strive. It's like redoing the studio here. Why I redid it and built it was because I wanted to take everything to the next level, from the audio to the visual to everything. But yeah, that's a great way to look at it, Austin. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. And so, yeah, this is what this is all about, because you guys are helping me as much as I'm helping you. And that's why I want to bring you up here and let's have some fun together. We all grow together.
And I got to say, the new studio definitely is fucking awesome. Definitely,
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's
I was
looking
so
nice.
pissed. Wednesday, my lightning ball I usually have on the shelf. I went to turn it on for the rags to riches. It wouldn't turn on. It's like, oh
Oh,
my god. I
that's
tore it down
frustrating.
today. I checked the solder joints. I thought I had a bad trace, so I put
Yep.
a jumper wire in it. Still couldn't get it to work. Damn it! I have to throw it away. So it's on my wish list on Amazon right now.
It's on the wish list. Nice.
Yeah, I put it there, and when I go do side electrical jobs, like, okay, I got a couple $100. Now I can buy something off my wish list. I'm good.
Nice. I get the studio prepped up. That's cool.
Yeah. So thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's something I've wanted to do, and I think it really took me to the next level. And it's like I've been teaching my daughter and stuff is if you get your environment the way you want your mindset to be, it helps.
Yep.
You kind of balance it out. You know, if you want to be a very clean, organized, professional-looking person, make your environment that way, and that will help you. Although I'm never wearing colors, not a chance in hell.
That's funny. I agree, though. Yeah, definitely speaks. You know, your surroundings and stuff, everything. So more professional, more like lighthearted, more fun and appealing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying for. And Croc says, no, talk to us on why you like XRP. It doesn't have to be super technical. Oh, thank you, Croc. I appreciate that. And yeah, honestly, XRP, the biggest thing I think there is looking at their history of business partners and all the networking that they've been building. It's like Chrome was saying earlier, your network is your net worth. XRP and Ripple Foundation has such a huge network of connections. It's insane.
Yep.
More than anybody else I've seen. And so what they're going to build in the future, I think, is absolutely going to be mind-blowing. And the fact that right now it's on sale at 47 cents, I'm a big believer that I think the whole lawsuit thing was the fact that they were getting too many partners, too much traction, too much networking, and they were making the governments look bad. You're just like, oh, we can't have that. So you know what? We're going to sue your ass. We're going to make you look bad. And it was just a dirt campaign. There's nothing behind it. And it's going to be the whole premise of what the crypto markets turn into. The fact that they won, I think, is awesome. I'm sure it's going to get appealed. That's going to happen. And you know what? The price is going to go down, and I'm going to keep DCAing in. Because once it all clears up and the dust settles, the crypto projects that survive and come out on top are going to be immense. They're going to be absolutely huge. And I think Bitcoin is going to be kind of like that, diamond that everybody dreamed about. But while everybody's drooling over that big diamond of BTC, you've got all these other ones that are coming up. And I think that's where true wealth can be built for, especially a small investor like me, is I'm not going to get truly wealthy by buying Bitcoin. Not going to happen. It's going to be a great store of value, and it's going to be a great earner in the long run, I believe. But I think to truly have a life-changing financial effect is going to be things like XRP, things like digital commodities. Those are where I think the smaller guys can really change their lives.
I think, it's like Bitcoin and like a lot of these larger holdings, like Bitcoin and Ethereum mainly, are very much like stores of value in a sense where you're going to hold them for the long term. And like you have that feeling that they're going to go up, not maybe crazily like others, but it's still very good. Yeah, very profitable.
Yeah, they're going to be a good, solid, steady return. And investing now is going to have huge returns in 10 years.
Yeah.
But for a quick life change, that's when like your XRPs and your AVAXs and Solanas and things like that. Yeah, that's when they're going to
very much advocate for blockchain tokens. I think those are definitely going to be what explode again, like just like what happened last time. Solana seen highs of like over $200, and it's all the way back down to like $1 or $2, and it's like man, like there's so many different chain tokens, and like AVAX too. It like made really good. It's seen really good numbers in previous runs and everything. And it's really kind of like lots of things have just like scattered down. It's like great time to DCA and start picking up on some of those alts and chain tokens. That's me personally. I think that's how you'll be successful. Also, obviously, there's tons of other different like projects and things that could explode. Even like GMX and like all these other things that are like. They are very large, but they still have a lot of room for growth in a sense that they could, once the bull run kicks in, it's like they could explode if they continue their growth and their dominance of the market, essentially. So yeah, I agree. I don't think for a small guy, like you shouldn't be going after like Bitcoin or Ethereum unless you're doing leverage trading and you're confident that like you're 100%.
I'm not. I've tried.
Yeah, exactly. But not a lot of people are. So that's like. Closer to the bull run though, you can start to you know, if you're like, oh, we're getting to a bull run, I believe price is going to go up, you can start to set some longs with low leverage and just kind of let them ride,
Right.
and you'll be making a little bit more than what you would just by spot buying, which is definitely a good way to do it. But yeah, I think 100%, you know, pick up on some altcoins. You know, it'll be a fun ride when the bull run comes, and you just got to hope you get lucky and ride off and take profits along the way.
Right. And I think a lot of that has to do with education. It's learning what's behind the scenes, like you're talking about before, understanding TA, you know, learning a little bit of analysis on the charts, understanding how it's doing it, why it's doing it. But I think trading is a whole new world. And like Austin does, he got into it and he does a couple trades a day and is doing great. But it takes that level of dedication. And I think I'm still a little too much of a gambler. It's something I've read on, I'm starting to study, but I'm too much of a gambler and I have to be honest about that. That's one of the hard ones.
What Austin does is very much more technical, very much more dedicated, and I very much like, you know, applaud him for that, because it does take time to just like sit down and like learn all these things, go through all the stuff and actually apply it and start to, you know, make profits, trade, and actually go through. And it's a patience game as well. It's very much being very patient. And a lot of people just don't have
any.
Yeah, no, people don't have patience.
I'm like, oh, it's going to go up the next 15 minutes. All right, double down. Shit, it didn't. Yep. And let's see, BTK, actually, I do solder. So something right when I got out of high school, and this was in 1991, I went into ITT Tech. And I was there for just under 2 years. And then I got in trouble with the law from wrecking cars. Long story. But yeah, I actually was right at the edge of having a, technical degree. So yes, I do solder. I do still take things down to the component level. My brother actually did that for like a decade. He worked on TVs and radios where he would go down to the component level on the circuit boards, on the PCBs, and replace capacitors, resistors, things like that. And he could ohm them all out, scope them, fix them. And that's when we still fixed electronics. We don't do that anymore. We just throw shit away and buy a new one because it's cheaper. But back then when you had a $10,000 amp, you didn't just throw it away. You took it into a professional, they fix it. And that's what my brother did for years. So yeah, I do still solder. I did put the trace in. It was not that. It was something in the component level. And it's one of those, you know, lightning balls, $29 on Amazon. You know, it's like, I'm not going to try to take down the component level, order the parts, bring the parts in, then try to fix it. It's like, you know what? No, it has to go. So,
I'm gonna just buy a new one for $50, call it a day.
Exactly. Yeah. Because I know if I go out on a side job, I can make $50 in an hour. Because depending on the job I'm doing, I charge $60 to $70 an hour as an electrician. So, and that's if I like you. If I don't like you, yeah, I've been known to charge up to $100 an hour. Yep. It's like, you want me to do what? Oh yeah, your price just went up.
And yeah, let me hear what the job is first, and then I'll get you your quote with And then
yeah, I go out and look first. Oh, you have a 1920s house with 3 feet of insulation from the 1940s? Yeah, piss off. You're paying gold, buddy.
Dude, the old stuff is the funniest. I remember I was working in a house one time that was like from the 40s or something, and I was like, this is the goofiest fucking electrical I've ever seen. It was mind blowing. I'm like, people were probably fucking dying back then with what was happening. I was like, oh my god, like how is this run like this? Like, so many different things. It's like old houses.
Get up there crawling around. There's cloth wire on the ceramic, resistors nailed to the side of a stud, and the wire's wrapped around. I'm like, oh my god, how did this not burn down? It's crazy.
Exactly.
So, and Crux says, absolutely. And a video of talking about it in your tone will have a ton of like-minded people agreeing. I like that, Crux. Thank you. Okay. See, and this is where I need your guys' inspiration, because you guys are going to help me to help you, to help everybody to widen this out. So I will focus on that, Crux. I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think you guys have talked me into it. Good. Twist my arm. Twist my arm. I like it. And hey, Mom's here. Hi, Mom. Just remember, this is your inheritance. Yes, so Sandy Walls, that is my mother in real life, and she is 81, 82 years old. And she starts investing a little bit in crypto from her Social Security. She puts like $30 or $50 a month in. She does have some CGLD. She's very proud of that. She has an Only Burns NFT she won. She's super stoked about that one. It's like, does it earn anything yet? Like, no, not yet, Mom. Just wait. It will. But her whole thing is, I coach her and guide her on. It's like, okay, well, let's do this. And, let's put in this liquidity pool, this farm or whatever. And she keeps telling me, well, you better win big because this is your inheritance. Okay. I'll do what I can.
That's awesome. That's super awesome.
We even joke about people dying like mom when she passed away. That's your inheritance. So you better win. It's like, okay, most people would be like devastated. Like, you're talking about me dying and you getting your inheritance. You told me to. Yeah, we have a twisted family all the way around. BTK says dollar will inflate. Bitcoin is inelastic. Convert USD to BTC every single day. Yeah, absolutely, BTK. I believe that BTC is a huge earner over time. It's going to be a great, long, steady growth, and it's going to change lives. But I know that most people, especially new people or small investors, are looking for that quick win because their whole concept, and I deal with my brother on this a lot. I got him into a couple different projects. I actually bought him a couple nodes back in the day of Thorify. We won't talk about that. Long story.
Yeah, we don't talk about those, huh?
Red Light, same thing. And I gave them NFTs and nodes. Like, here you go. Here's your president. What you do with it's up to you. And of course, everything went grenade.
Yep.
But his whole concept was, well, is it worth anything? Well, it could be. Depends on how you play it. Oh, okay. Well, it's not worth anything. I didn't make any money on it. Forget it. And so that's the mindset of most people that aren't in investing. They don't realize that you have to kind of play the game. You have to strategically plan and build and grow. They're saying, hey, I could have bought this NFT for $10, or I could go buy a $10 lottery ticket that could win $2.1 billion. I'll buy the lottery ticket.
Yep.
Yeah, but what are your odds, man? Come on, think about this. Come on, let's be a little smart. Forget the scratch tickets. Forget the lottery tickets. Take that, go buy some AVAX. Go buy some Solana, some CGLD, even some Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But for a small investor, if they can see a quicker increase, we know that sweep up the next bull market for some are going to be huge. And if we can get into those early, like the Solanas, the AVAX, things like we talked about, they can have a much higher return than more than likely BTC will. And truth be told, somebody's looking, my $10 got me 0.0000132 BTC, or it got me 2 Solana. I'll take the 2 Solana. That sounds like a whole lot more money. They don't get it. It's like 2 sounds better than 0.00001.
That's another big stipulation that kind of sucks. A lot of people don't really understand is the fractional amounts and everything.
Right. I actually had one girl at work because, like I said, I went back there and she asked me, it's like, can I buy just part of a Bitcoin? I can't afford a whole one. Can I just get a part of one? Like, yes, you can buy a part of one.
Yep. That's actually something I had to learn. I didn't realize that. This is way back years ago. I was like, how the fuck do you buy one of these coins? They're $50,000. What the hell? And this is also when I was looking at it in Canadian dollars too, because I didn't realize everything was all priced USD. So I'm looking at everything in CAD. So when Bitcoin was starting to run, it was went up to 70K Canadian. I'm like, what the fuck? You
can afford to buy one of those.
What the fuck do you
can buy a part of one?
I was like, how do I do this? How do I even get one of these? But then I was
it's like I told her, it's like pizza by the slice. You can do the same game with crypto. It's okay.
Pizza by the slice.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, that's it. That's a good analogy. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So Crux says BTK smart man solely transacting BTC these days. And yes, BTC is a great holder. Absolutely. Trying to get a brand new investor with just a couple bucks to understand that is very tough. They're looking for something, a quicker gain. They're gamblers. So trying to take somebody with a gambling mindset of scratch tickets in the lottery to crypto is very challenging, especially with a good long-term hold like BTC. They want more the degen, and I'm one of them. I'm absolutely a degen. Always will be.
That's just part of the market, though. I mean, when you come into DeFi and crypto and you look at all the other stuff and other people touting their returns and all this other stuff, that it's just kind of what you expect. You're like, oh man, I want to get in on this. Everybody else is making so much money.
Right.
Count me in, right?
You bought $100 of Pepe and you have $1 million today. How do I do that?
How do I do that? Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's another issue. That's the big thing is, people see it as a casino, and that's going to be an issue. Is kind of getting people to realize that there is legitimate stuff, legitimate building and things that can be beneficial to the real world here. And that's why obviously XRP and you'll hear Crypto Sensei talk about that day in, day out. So, but there's good reason for that too. So
there is. And I think everybody has good opinions, whether they're a BTC maxi or an XRP or whatever. I think everybody is passionate about what they believe. And I think everybody should be taken with a grain of salt, even me. Because truth is, none of us know what the future holds. It's pretty unlikely BTC's going down. XRP, we don't know, but with their connections, pretty unlikely. So, a lot of these I back, but having just a finite amount of resources. If I'm going to put $20 a week into something, it's just like on Rags to Riches, we put 80% into DeFi, high risk, high return, and 5% into that good, solid stable of native tokens. And I think to get into it, I think it's a good breakdown. But after you've been in it for a while, those numbers should reverse. 80% should go into a good, solid return of BTC, and maybe 10% into a DeFi.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it really also depends like what you're working with and how much capital can you expend versus like how much can you afford to lose and everything like that. You know,
right.
The more it is, then the less risks you have to take. Like you can just go with something super low risk and you'll be making good money. So yeah,
exactly.
Also depends on people's appetite.
Yep. Mine's degen all the way.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I definitely think it's good to have like some stable holdings and everything just to keep you safe. But yeah, I mean, if you want to like, you know, make it, then you're gonna want to be going after the degen plays and find that next Pepe and all that junk.
Right.
But
not crazy levels. There's a point where you just become stupid. Don't go stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So BTS as well. I don't go crazy, but I hedge out of USD aggressive. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. The US dollars, it's trashed. It's going down quick. It's going to, I try and tell people, like, guys, you have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Like, no, I'm okay. I have this much money in the bank. That's great. Is that US dollars? Because that's going to be worthless.
It's funny. I was just talking to one of my friends who's totally not into this at all. They have no idea. They always laugh whenever I start talking about it and stuff. They're like, "Oh my god, like this shit." But I was like, "Okay, listen, you gotta listen to me on this one today, okay?"
Right.
That's when I was like telling them.
Come on, sit down, shut up.
The dollar's crashing. The economy's very bad. So just be prepared for what's gonna come in the future potentially. Like, just stay prepared. Right. Just giving you a very fair warning.
And think outside the box. Start looking at other alternatives, like Croc said here.
That's
private
what
P2P
I said.
Groups on Telegram buy skids of household products under wholesale, no tax, just pay shipping. Dude, that's brilliant. Grocery stores taking BTC for a couple of years now. Spritz for all my bills. Yeah, Spritz is great. BTC, and I think that's the biggest thing is we get past this onboarding, offboarding into the crypto world. That's going to be the huge game changer. In places like Spritz. Hi, Kitty. How we doing, buddy?
He's hanging out.
He's like, Howie? Who called my name?
He's fucking tired, yeah.
Poor guy. Yeah, and that's brilliant, Croc. And that's something I've been looking at. And I keep thinking about the skids and things like that to stock up. And that's the one thing and one reason why I got into this and started Down Home Crypto, the whole name and everything about it is someplace where somebody who has no knowledge can come in and start to learn little things. And then people like Croc, BTK, you, me, we can all kind of educate and raise them up to get out of the degen gambling mindset and into the truly earning and strategic investing aspect. And it's like a whole journey. Excuse me. But yeah, that's a great one. I love that. I see. In terms of Satoshi instead of decimals would become more popular, I think, even when BTC. Yeah, I agree. And that's one thing I like about Bitfighters. They're talking about bits. Now, for the record, I had to go look up a bit. I had to ask, like, how much is a bit? I know a bit of computer languages. You have bytes.
Oh, you had to learn, your bits and bytes. Yep.
Right. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird system too. When you learn it, you're like, this isn't math. You're like, what?
Right. Well, and the funny thing is, here in America, we're even worse because we deal with fractions. Freedom fraction, as a Fat Electrician calls, and I love Fat Electrician, by the way. Huge shout out to his videos. I don't know if you ever seen any of his videos.
No.
Oh, dude, you got to look him up. He's hysterical. Ex-military, does all kinds of stuff about military stuff, but he's an electrician on top of it. So he's insane and a veteran, and but he calls them freedom fractions because we're one of the few countries in the world that deal with fractions. So we start hitting the metric system or the decimal system. Most Americans go, what the hell does that mean? I don't get it. It's like a centimeter, a meter. It's really easy. I mean, just move the decimal point around. None of this divide by shit.
That's really easy, yeah.
Yeah.
None of this divide by shit. That's funny.
I hate fractions. God, you give me a tape measure, I'm like, it's about 3 inches plus 2 hashes. We're good. People are like, really? You're in construction how long? And you measure that way? It's like, good enough for me. Somebody else said, 12 inches, 12 and 3/30 seconds. Like, there's 30 seconds on that? I see a bunch of little lines. I don't see a 30-second anywhere. Yeah, it is great. It's 2055. I bet 10 Satoshi you won't pull that gap without your rocket booster on. Yep. Absolutely. And that's what the language is going to be. It's going to be based in a digital market system. I think that's very much the way the world's going, Croc. I'm all over that one, buddy.
Yeah, we've been talking about, CBDCs and all this type of new technology and new stuff that might be coming very soon. So I definitely believe we'll have some type of digital system in some way.
Yep. Yeah, and we won't be saying, "Hey, I'll bet you $5 you can't jump your bike over that." It's like, "Hey, bet you 10 satoshis. Go for it."
Yeah, Sats, Satoshis. Yeah.
Yep.
Classic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I seen something that was like if Bitcoin hits $1 million, then 1 Satoshi will equal 1 cent. So it's pretty cool.
And it's going to happen. I have no doubts it will occur.
It could happen.
Yeah, because no matter what, Bitcoin is going to keep going up. It's still going to be the rarity. It's a deflationary token. It's got a limited supply. Its value is going to keep increasing. There's just no way it's not. Now, what the second and third ones that the world actually operates on, I don't think it's going to be Bitcoin. I think that's going to be the storage of wealth. But I think the everyday operations are going to run on much smaller things. Just like, you might store your wealth in an IRA or 401k or maybe $100 bills in the vault. But when you go down to you buy soda from the gas station, you don't take a $100 bill. Well, you might, but they're going to frown at you. You take a handful of quarters out of your change jar or whatever you got, center console in your car. That's how you buy your sodas, through vending machines, things like that. So I think BTC is definitely always going to be there for long-term storage of value. But I think there's going to be other crypto projects that are going to kind of rise to the top as far as the everyday operations.
I agree. I think we can already see it with today's technology and how Lightning is good, but it's not the best. It's very cool, it's very great, it's very, very good, but it's not the best. That's the issue. It can't handle a lot of these things that the government is going to need. I mean, we've heard Sensei chat about this for hours on end, how there's certain requirements for these things that where settlements and all these different things. He could say it a lot better than me, that's for sure. But
exactly. That's why I feel dumb about talking about anything that Sensei's covered, because man, dude knows everything there is to know.
He knows everything. He's so good at it. But yeah, there's just certain limitations. Like Bitcoin Lightning Network can't do certain things, and it's going to stop it from being the means of exchange. It's going to be a fantastic store of wealth and store of value for the next, however long. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be the means of transaction, really. I think it's going to be something else.
Right, exactly. And like Kirk says, Lightning Network's clunky for sure, needs a ton of work. And I agree totally. And
there's already a lot of very well balanced stuff that's out right now. That's the thing. There is already better solutions. So that's why I don't think Bitcoin is.
And there's new ones coming up every time. They're talking about fractional blockchaining, and there's one, and I forget the name of it. I did some research on it, and it was wild because you had a central blockchain, then you had 3 other blockchains touching it and spiraling it around it, and it did fractional transactions. And I forget what it was all called. I'd have to go look it up somewhere. But it was one of the things that's coming out, this new technology. So it doesn't take an entire block to operate, to finalize a transaction. It goes in shards, basically.
Right.
Yeah, really cool stuff. Technology is definitely advancing.
And that's the cool thing, is that it's continually growing and advancing since in space, and there's just new technology, new things being discovered, new ways. I mean, just like how with blockchain technology just, was fully unveiled and really taking advantage of nowadays and everything. And who knows what is going to be discovered on top of that, built now on top of blockchain with ledgers, all this different stuff. There's so many possibilities and future potentials. So it's really cool.
Right.
It's really cool.
I agree. And so here's what I'm going to do real quick, Chrome. I'm going to turn it over to you for a second because I have to run and use the restroom. I will be right back. I'm going to leave you with Croc's comment here, and he's got another one there, which I'll put out. But yeah, I totally agree. It's got to advance beyond that. So I will be back in just 1 second. Chrome, it's all yours, buddy.
No, that's actually really cool. Quicker to just scan the QR code and wait for the 20 to 45 seconds for the transaction. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty quick. It's not bad at all. It's super easy as well. So I'm curious, Croc, is it just something is it just a built-in thing at all of the tills or at self-checkout machines? Is it just a little device and you just put your phone up to it? Or I'm kind of curious about how that works, honestly, because I feel the ease of use might get a little bit complicated. But if it's as simple as just tapping, nowadays you just tap your card and everything, then it could definitely be useful. I'm probably not going to be able to see the answer to the question until Serenity comes back, sadly, unless I can get my laptop up. Try this here. Well, probably won't. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out so far. It's been a great time. Looking forward to our next one. Just hanging out with the cat right now. He's laying down on me.
Okay, Chrome, you're sitting there eating your fingers, buddy. What'd you do? Fall asleep on me?
Yeah, I got distracted actually for a quick second. I was reading something on my phone, but
I turned it over for you for 60 seconds, and what do?
Yep.
You go silence.
I was chatting for a minute, but then I got sidetracked for a second. Something popped up on my phone, and I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta read this for a sec."
Timing sucks. It's okay.
Yeah,
I'll
no,
forgive you this once. Don't let it happen again, man. It's not okay.
I'm not you, Serenity.
Yeah, don't you do that. Come on, what's up? No, you're good, brother.
I do gotta
feel
say,
so
I do gotta get going pretty quickly here, though. It's getting a little bit timed out for me now.
Man, we're just getting warmed up, buddy. Come on, it's party time.
2 hours in, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
I was
call
going
it
a couple more
quits
hours
pretty
here. I ain't even done yet. So, man, this party ain't over. It's Friday night party.
Oh,
And,
man, yeah, you're crazy. I wish. My girlfriend's gonna kill me, though. So.
No, I totally get that. So let me catch up on the chat here. And, there was somebody else that I spoke with earlier today who was going to come on. And I'm curious. I haven't seen him yet. Or I haven't seen him recently, I should say. So let me see. Let me check my Discord real quick.
Cool. After that, I asked Croc a question. So see if he answered it.
Yeah, what do we got? Okay, so let's see. Talk about grocery store. I caught that. I know we're 2 times. Tried to use it. Had to wait because service like 50. Oh, wow. Yeah. Waiting 15 minutes to check out a store. That's just not possible. So cashier and self-checkout. IGA's family-owned. Okay.
Yeah, because I was asking.
So yeah, I've heard about.
Scan the QR code. I was like, damn, like, I was curious. That's cool.
Nice. Okay. And
wait,
so yeah, it's really.
Is Croc Canadian? Or is that an American thing as well? Is IGA American as well?
Yeah, we've got IGAs.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a Canadian thing for some reason. I don't know. I've never seen an IGA in the States. I haven't been down to the States that many times, but usually it's different stores.
Okay. Yeah, see, it's different all over the country. Where I'm here in Idaho, the big one is Albertsons. I've heard of them. Joe Albertsons actually started right here in Boise. His first store was down on State Street in the North End.
My mom. Yeah, I was gonna say my mom. She does trucking, and so she was working at a company, doing like lots of long haul and stuff, and so she's going like all over the states, and she's like, "Oh, this grocery store is the fucking best." I think it might have been like the one that you said. There's like one over more by your side.
Okay. And
she's telling me it's like, oh, it's like the best. It has like the best prices. Has like all the shit that I like and all this stuff. I'm like, damn. Like I wish we had one of these up here. Fuck.
It might be. Albertsons here in Boise is a little pricier than a couple others. You can go to Walmart or Winco, things like that. But they have the best produce. And that's my big thing. I'm all about fresh veggies and fruits. And yeah, I'm super picky on my fruits. So they are a little pricier than some of the other places. But I know if I go in and I buy the veggie stuff, then they're great. So that's my thing there. See, it says there's IGA's grocery stores all down the East Coast. Okay. So yes.
Interesting. And it's funny because I'm West Coast. Huh.
Yeah, me too. You're on my side, and that's probably why you know Albertsons, because yeah, we started in Boise, and it's all over the place in the Northwest here.
Yeah.
I won't do a mystery here because I want to see if he's still here. Jay Steen, I know you were talking about jumping up and joining me today, buddy. You ready to hop in? If so, let me know in Discord.
Yeah,
I'll shoot you a link.
I'm just
because Chrome is Getting in
I'm
trouble.
I'm about tapped out, so we're getting there. Yeah.
Come on, man. You're young. You're half my age, buddy. We already covered this.
I know, that's funny, actually. I do have, like, I could definitely do it. I mean, I don't know about like the 12-hour ones, but I could definitely sit here for a couple hours. I can, but
yeah, it starts hitting past the 3-4 hours. I start getting burnt.
Yeah.
But I had an adventure. So even if Jade Steen isn't going to join us, the other thing of Freaky Friday was, like I said, reverse roles. And like I said, I had a task we're going to do together. We're going to have, what do you call it? Not playtime. Kind of playtime, I guess. I don't know what the hell it is.
Playtime.
But basically, what we're going to do is, as a community, I wanted your guys' help to help me make the next short for tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I want to go through that process with you guys, and I've got 5 quotes, and it's going to go through, literally share my screens and go through the whole process, so you see exactly what it takes, and you guys get to help pick the sayings that we're going to use, the video, the audio, everything to make that for tomorrow. So that way, you guys get to be a part of it. So that was my idea.
Yeah, no, I think that's actually pretty cool. We'll start to wrap it up then for me now, and you can get to moving on to whichever segments you'd like to do next.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I haven't heard from Jacene, and nobody else is yelling at me at the moment on Discord. Now, if my audio starts going weird or something, let me know. But yeah, we're rocking DJ and Saw. Okay, there's all kinds of stuff on Discord. Oh god, it's not a DM. I'm kind of ignoring it right.
Your audio gets messed up when you go on Discord. That's crazy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
so, Croc, let me ask Croc, did you get a new mic? I closed Discord down, so hopefully this works right.
It just fixed. Like literally, yeah, it just fixed. That's crazy.
Yeah. So Discord hates my system. That's why I'm trying to upgrade my system next. I got the studio. Now I've got to save up for computer parts.
Oh, now your video's delayed.
Yeah, I know. Is it still delayed?
Your video, yeah, like for me, like you're a little bit behind what you're saying.
Oh, that's wild. Okay.
Now you're good.
I just closed Discord entirely. Okay. Yeah,
you're good.
I minimized Discord and it still screws it. Now that I've closed Discord entirely.
Yeah, Discord like is eating up all of your cache or something, like taking all the cookies, eating them all up. I don't know what's going on there, but it's taking
greedy
everything.
Bastard.
Yeah, greedy asshole. It's so funny. All right.
Leave my cookies alone, Daniel. Okay. Chrome brother, thank you,
great
man.
Time. Thanks for bringing me on. Thanks for all the topics and having all the questions and chatting with the audience. So thank you all the audience members, everybody that came through and hung out and had a good time. So shout out to you guys. It's been
absolutely, and thank you, brother, for making the time. And I know it's kind of short notice, but I figured, hey, I bet Chrome would jump into here. He likes to have some fun.
Yeah. If it were a bit earlier, I would definitely be able to get on for a little bit longer, I think. But now that it's like basically dinner time for me now, I'm getting hungry. Oh yeah, so I gotta eat.
I know I'm the same way. I just went in and wife just told me, it's like, well, it's been kind of a bad day, so we're having root beer floats and dinner salads. I'm like, nice. Oh, that sounds good. Well, I'll be in there in a few hours whenever I'm done. If I'm done, ever, maybe. I'll just sit here and store.
Yeah, we'll soon see.
Yeah, okay. Now we're good. Chrome, thank you, my brother. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time, my man.
Cool. Yeah, you have a great rest of your night. Thanks for bringing me on, and it's been a fantastic time. So I'll see everybody later. I'll give a little wave goodbye, and I'll give a little.
Sounds good. Bye, Howie. Hi, Kitty Howie. He's like,
okay. He doesn't care. No, he's just looking down. He doesn't give a shit. He's tired.
Just leave me alone.
let me lay down. Okay.
Exactly. Take care, Chrome. Later, bud. And you guys are stuck with me. Okay, so Croc, you haven't thought about your microphone yet, man. It says later, Chrome. So at least Croc's saying, Croc, thank you, brother. You are always here, front and center, my man. Love you to death. Really wanted to get you on. I tried to DM you earlier today to see if you got a mic so we could get you in here. Do me a favor, because I could not find you in Discord at all. Shoot me a DM in there. Friend request if I don't have you, or at least let me know, hey, this is Croc, because I don't know if you've got a different ID. But I looked through my list and I could not find you. I'm like, oh God, I feel so bad. Yes, I definitely wanted to get you on, but now, okay, put it on your shopping list. And I go to Amazon and I just put it in my wish list. And it's like, oh, what is that? Because my phone tells me you have something in your cart. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Still can't afford it, but I have it. Okay, and Jason, if you're still here, buddy, put something in chat here because I had to close my Discord. Otherwise, my audio just goes haywire. If anybody else would like to jump on, throw it in the chat there. Okay, that's why. Okay. Yeah, because I looked for you, and it's like, I'm sure I was friends with Croc, but I can't find him. So yeah, definitely shoot me an email. Somebody get a hold of me. In the description of every one of my videos is my email and everything. So any way you want to get a hold of me, buddy, let's connect, because I'd love to get you in here. Love to chat with you for a while, have some fun. And if anybody wants to hop on, you're welcome to. So since I've got nobody else hopping on right now, so the last part of this, like I said, Freaky Friday is about reversing roles. And so what I want to do, and I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to have some fun with this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add a screen. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, I have a screen added. Okay. So I'm going to be looking around a lot. Sorry, guys. Okay, so first of all, let's make sure we understand what we're doing here. So let me open Sunrise Goods. What the hell? What do I have open there? Okay, there we go. So let me show this so I know what we're talking about. And let me pull that off. Okay, so when you go to Today is Your Day, okay, I make these shorts and give you an idea like yesterday's. Let's go and play that here real quick for you. And let me know if you get audio or not. Okay. So there is one of the shorts. I make one of these every single day. And if you go to my my channel here, and I will share that so you can understand and see. There you go. And I will paste that in the chat. And yeah, see that, Croc? I will definitely share that. So there you go. That's the Today is Your Day with Serenity. And it's all about trying to put a positive message out there every single day of something, hoping it'll brighten up somebody's day. And on TikTok, it's really gone huge, which is great. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, all those. But it takes time to make each of these. So I thought for something fun, we would do it together. So that's our goal. That's what we're going to do here, guys. You're going to help me make tomorrow's so you get to be a part of the message we put out. And see, Croc says, it's the main reason I was hacked and targeted. My federal case in Verndado was a nightmare. Oh, okay. That makes sense, Croc. So yeah, I don't blame you a bit. And as you see, I have problems with Discord because it just jacks my whole system up. And I don't even know why. I mean, I've gone in, I've turned a bunch of stuff off. I've limited it. Yeah, Discord needs an upgrade. We need a new modified system to replace Discord. It's been great, but it's time to take the next level. So I totally get it. Okay, so here's what we got. Excuse me. I even pre-prepped a few things here. So we're going to go through this whole process together, boys and girls. So I'm going to put this up here. And in today is, oh my God, there it is. Okay. So I've got 4 different quotes, and I want you guys to pick from them. Now, we can go through and modify these, of course, because there's many of these I rewrite. But I've got 4 of them that I want to share with you. So the first one is, come on, open. Oh my God. Now it's going to give me a problem. There we go. Okay, so the first one, there we go. It says, I want to inspire people. I want someone to look at me and say, because of you, I didn't give up. It's a good, inspiring message. Okay, now remember, we've got to put these on a scrolling text. We've got to add the background image. We've got to pick that. We've got to add the music to it. We've got to put all this together. This is the work I go into. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is, it says, oh man, Sim swap me, drain 3/4. Oh man, that's brutal, Croc. Sim swapped you, drain 3/4 crypto portfolio, wallet on my US out of bank, complete leak. Oh, I remember when that went down. I remember hearing about that. And yeah, absolutely insane. I can't even imagine. And I'm kind of thankful I'm just a little guy with just very little money because nobody wants to waste their time with me for a few $100s worth of crypto that I got. So thankfully I'm a small guy, but as we get bigger, these are risks that do exist. So yeah, we got to be safe. And even doing everything right, there's still new hacks coming out and new scumbags trying to steal our shit. And yeah, they're scum. And if a plane falls on their house, it's not going to bother me in the slightest. I'm saying, karma. There you go. your Fidelity portfolio. Croc, I am so sorry, brother. Man, I couldn't even imagine that level of financial devastation. Yeah. So I totally get it, my man. So yeah, reach out to me any way you want. You know what? I'll even give you my phone number. I'm totally cool with that. Shoot me an email. Any way you want to get a hold of me, we'll definitely make contact. We'll hook up and we'll go from there. So yeah, definitely would love to get with you. See, you do inspire people, love, and almost done with school because of you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, love. See, it's because I got federal warrants issued for him and his wife found everything out about me. Oh, that'll do it. So it was a retaliatory action. See, that's jacked up. I don't know the whole story behind it, but yeah, if you put federal warrants out for him and their wife, yeah, still the fact they did that, that's devastating, brother. I am so sorry, man. But I still want to make contact, so let's definitely hook up. Okay, so let's get back on our short because this is an adventure I want you guys to have with me. So we did the first one, which was, let's see if I can put all these on the same screen. I can. We're going to put a grid. So there's one. Number 2 is this one here. What's in your memory bank is far more important than what is in your bank or your bank account. Now, remember, we can rewrite these. This is something I go through every night. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is, zoom in on that so you can see, the world is wide and I will not waste my life in friction when it could be turned into momentum. Okay, see that one I like, but I think it would have to be rewritten. And so we may not make it through this whole adventure, but I wanted to at least give it a shot. If you guys said, no, this is taking too long, it's killing me, let me know. Croc says, end of day. If you don't have resources or protection for such things, don't join an investigative group like Brood. Okay, good enough. Don't put yourself on the front lines unless you got like bodyguards and all your stuff's locked in a vault and you're untouchable. Because someone's going to find a way to touch you and it could be devastating. So, no, good advice, Croc. I appreciate that, buddy. I mean, I think those guys are doing a great service by calling these out, by hunting them down, by trying to get justice for people, scammers, things like that. But by doing so, you're putting yourself at risk. I mean, that's a huge thing. And so, a huge shout out to everybody who's out there trying to make this a better place by bringing these people to justice because they are putting themselves on the front line. They're putting themselves at risk. So yeah, when these guys are saying, hey, here's this information from this scam or whatever, please understand that those people put themselves in personal harm's way to try to get justice for all of us. So my hat's off to all of you because that is a huge responsibility and you guys are willing to take that on for us. So thank you. Okay. And let's see. Oh, and the last one's in Paint. It's a different image. So each of these images I grabbed earlier today in preparation for this. And the fourth one and final one says, you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Okay. So Croc, I think, I don't know if anybody else out there is watching or not, but those are our 4 that we have to choose from tonight. And it's tough trying to do it on this monitor. This is not a very easy process to deal with because every time I do something, it changes. So we got the world is wide and I will not waste my life in friction when it can be turned into momentum, or what's in your memory bank is far more important than what's in your bank, or you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. And the last one was, I want to inspire people. I want someone to look back and say, because of you, I didn't give up. Which one of those 4 stands out to you guys most that you want to work on tonight? Because we're going to work on this together. So I want to let you guys pick. Trying to figure out how to get all 4 of these on the screen at the same time. Okay, Crow says C.S. Lewis. We have one from C.S. Lewis. Let me go double check here. What have I got? Crow, is that one that I already had up here? So I'm trying to go with these 4 for tonight. In future events, yes, we will have an open floor and we will try to do this early. And we'll put them in maybe a voting poll or something on the Discord channel. The Paint one. Okay, let me open Paint up. Where'd it go? Lost it. There it is. Okay, that is C.S. Lewis. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Okay, never too. Okay, so the Paint one, I've got 2 votes on that. Blue text. Yep, that one right there, right? That's the one we want to deal with. Okay, so Lynn says yes. Crow says yes. Croc, You good with that one? Looks like you three are still with me, so thank you for hanging with me. This is going to be kind of fun. I got 2 votes for one, and nobody else. Mom says yes, that one. Okay, so I've got 3. And you notice the families are the crazy. Croc says I like it. Okay, so it's my family that's here with me. Croc, Crow, Lynn, Mom. Thank you guys for chilling with me. This is gonna be a fun adventure. Now, some people in my family have already seen me do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this to another screen so we can keep referencing it because we got to come back to it frequently. So we're going to go and close that one, and we're going to close that one. That's the kitty. That's Dizzy, of course. Okay. Now, here's what we got to do. And I should still be sharing that top screen. So if you guys see me looking up like that, that's what I'm staring at the screen. I want to move my mic so I can see, but I don't want to lose the audio. So let's try that. Okay. Needs a climbing mountain. Okay. So that's our next thing. So here's what I need from you guys. First part is we've got a quote. Okay. Next part we got to do is we've got to come up with a video source, something to play in the background. We don't want to use a still image because it doesn't seem to get the traction or the response that people really has an emotional stir. So just like Quinn's saying here, she needs a climbing a mountain image. Okay. I can see that. Never told set another goal to dream a dream. What else do you guys see? What visual images does this saying inspire in you that would make a good background? So we've got one for somebody climbing a mountain. So give me some ideas. Throw them down here in the chat. What other things would inspire you? Would it be like an old guy painting, maybe? Might be a good one. Let's see. I can imagine like somebody working, something like that. Yellow font and color. Okay. And yeah, we'll get to that, Croc. Absolutely, because that's... So how this is going to work is first we've got to come up with a video source for the background. Then we're going to take this quote and we're going to open another program that actually writes it out on the screen. And then we're going to put all that in there. We're going to put in our pauses and our timing. And when it comes up on the screen and goes off, we'll pick our font, we'll pick our coloring for that. And then we're going to overlay those two into Adobe Premiere Pro. Then we're going to go out and find an audio clip and we're going to take that off of royalty free from YouTube or something like that, record that, and then put that on it. So we're actually going to do 3 different steps to make one of these shorts. So when it says older person on a journey, okay. What do you guys think? What's another good imagery? And I'll show you exactly where I'm going through because I want you guys to be able to do this if you decide to. So I'm going to share all of this wherever I can and as I can. And I broke something. Did I break something? I didn't. No. What is that one? StreamYard. Oh, that's okay. So I'm going to open another tab and give you an idea. So I go in here and I go to Image Discord, then I go to video sources. So what I found is a site that gives me royalty-free images and I can go through a search. So for instance, here's one I used on a previous short, which is just a young lady painting a picture. So we're thinking like an old man or climbing a mountain. Okay. Let's try older person climbing. God, I can't even type. A mountain. we won't talk about my typing skills. Okay, so then we start going through all of these. And so we're looking for, we need to do royalty free. We need free ones. Okay, so what's this one look like? Okay, so this is iStock. You have to buy this, and these are about $80 if you actually want to buy the video. So can't use the iStock one. So let's go back to our list. Person, let's just go climbing a mountain. Climb a mountain. Let's see what we come up with there. And so we have to go through and find each of these videos that we're looking for. So see if it says like sponsored videos, that's when you actually have to purchase or buy. But all the rest of these are actually free ones, and we can utilize any of these. I touched it. Yeah, I touched it and it broke. Exactly. Yeah, we see different images. Anything jumping out at you guys? So I'm seeing a lot of younger hikers, climbers. What's that one look like? So you can mouse over them and it kind of gives you, you need to use an older person. Okay. So we got to find an older person. Okay. So this looks like a Buddhist monk climbing a mountain. What do you guys think of that one? See, that kind of speaks to that to me, in my mind. And just in case, if you have a short attention span like me, bring it back up on this quote. There we go. Never too old to dream another dream or gold dream a new dream. Okay. Let's pull this one up, see what it looks like. Use your video of mom jumping out of the plane. I don't have a video of that one. I got some pictures after. We old ones counts. Yes, old ones do count. I am an old one. I qualify. What about skydiving? Okay. And we can look at that. So as you guys see, part of the creativity process takes some time to figure out, okay, what really speaks? What tells the story that we're trying to tell? And so to go out and find that imagery can take some time. And this is where the whole fun comes into it, is trying to put all these pieces together. So let's try an old man climbing a mountain. See what we get out of that. I think these are all, yeah, it's eye stalks. Okay. Okay, so now we want skydiving, right? Yeah. Okay, we got a lot of tandem jumps. But now, are we still looking for an old person that's skydiving? See, because that could be challenging. Let's see what we can find here. Kind of looking through these. If you see one holler out at me, let me know. Seen a lot of skydiving, but a lot of them are younger. Okay, see, now we're in the eye stalk, but okay, so we need to close that one. There we go. That's what it, okay. Let's go over an old person. We'll go old man skydiving, and nothing came up for old man skydiving. That aren't eye stalks. Okay. All eye stalks. Okay. Okay, what's this one here? Showing somebody jumping out of a plane. I have no idea what that one's showing besides somebody going up a mountain. What do you guys think, like a tandem jump or something like that? Oh, what's that one? Here we go. What do you guys think of that one? Simple, direct. Oh, I gotta scroll down. Comments. I didn't scroll down. My bad. Sorry. That makes sense. Okay. Touch the wood. What about skydiving? Okay. Post comments. Some destinations. Okay. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you guys think of that one? Do you like the skydiving or the mountain climbing more? How about that? Let's narrow it down to that field. Crow says thumbs up. Okay. Croc, what do you got? One says good. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, so I've got two saying this one. So we're going to go and download this one. And download selection size. Okay. So download has begun. Mountain climbing monk. Okay. See, I thought that one was a little better, but I wasn't sure. So we'll take both. We'll go back and we'll find that one. We'll do both. Okay. So we'll go old man climbing a mountain. Old person climbing a mountain. Is that where I found it? Yeah, I kind of like that monk picture. I thought that was pretty good. What's that? Climb mountain. I should have downloaded it when I had it. This is unfortunately one of the problems I go through. There it is. Okay. So here's this guy. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull him and we'll download him too. Do full HD and download. Okay. So we have the monk and we have the skydiving. You know what I need to do? I need to move this screen over here. Let me do that, and I will work on that screen. So I'm going to switch a couple things around here real quick, guys. So bear with me for 1 second here. Just means I'm not going to be looking. I'll be looking at the camera more while I'm working and not while I'm chatting with you guys. Mountain climbing was close to. Okay, so the mountain climbing is what we're thinking. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's open. I'm going to put this over here because that's the screen we're going to be working on the most. If I can. Sorry, Mike's in the way. Everything's in the way. Everything's in the way, Jesse. Okay, so go to our downloads. So we have saved this one. And we're going to take this and we're going to put this in this screen. I'm going to work in this one screen, so it's going to be able to interesting. Pause, go back. There we go. Okay, so this is good because this has got to be on a mobile device. So we've got to make it in that perspective is what we're looking at. And we also want it to kind of follow and tell that story that we're saying with a quote. So let's say we go with this one. Okay, so here's what we got to do. So let's close that. And I don't know if any of these programs are going to screw with this. So we're going to see how this works. Now we're going to open Adobe Premiere because this is what we're actually going to build it all in. So I'm going to put this up a screen. And yes, I have a bunch of monitors just for this reason because that way I can put things on multiple screens. Okay, let's open Adobe Premiere. Nope, wrong tab. What did I just break? Okay. So before we do that, we're going to go into Today's Your Day folder because I already have Adobe Premiere built with this perspective that I just paste into. There we go. Okay, so we opened it. And did I open it? There it goes. Okay. Oh, you're still seeing that screen. That's why. Okay, so hold on. We're going to move that. Hide. And we're going to screen share. Present. Stop screen. Present. Share screen. There we go. Entire screen. And we're going to share the screen. That screen. Screen 2. Share system audio. We're going to share that as well. Okay. There you go. So this is Adobe Premiere. So now what we have to do is we have to take the video we just downloaded, which was the monk climbing the hill. We drag him down into our time frame here. We're going to keep the existing settings because that's going to give us our perspective here that fits on a mobile device. Now we can go through and we can play that. And it's running at about, you see right here, about 40 seconds close to that. And we can reposition it as we need to. So if we say that we don't like where it's setting at, we can go into here and we can move it around. But as you can see, we started in with black borders. So we got to be really careful about that. And I just moved it out of the way. So we're going to go to, okay, move that back. Okay, now, so the reason we have to put it in here first is now we have to take a screenshot because we got to get the coloration right. So we're going to take a snapshot of that moment in time, put that in our download folder. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to open another program. So drag this over here. And it's called Video Scribe. Now, what it does is it actually draws the words. So this is where we're going to pick our font, our color, and type all that in, how we want it to look. And we're going to build off the previous presentations, because as you can see, I've got every day's in here that I've done forever. So we're going to take yesterday's. Nope, I didn't want to click on that. I wanted to duplicate. So yesterday was 8.3, today is 8.4. Okay, so once we duplicate it, we refresh, comes back up. And keep in mind, this is all to make a 30-second video, guys. So this is where I wanted to have you guys be a part of this. And I think it'd be kind of fun. If it ends up too daunting or too time-consuming, let me know. It's like, okay, this is getting killer. But this gives you an idea what it's like to be on the other side of the camera, to do the events that we do, like you bonks, like myself, like Austin, Sean, all of us content creators, we go through this for the simplest of little shorts. And so I thought it might be kind of fun to go through the journey. So first thing, to keep organization, we're going to call it 8.4. Take off the copy. 8.4 today. So that's the message we're going to build. Okay. Now, the reason we took the screenshot is we're going to take that image and we're going to drop it in here. That's going to tell us what the background looks like. So we know what our words are going to appear like. So size that out to the size of the mobile device, which is what this is set at. Now, as you can see, you've got, this is all of yesterday's sayings. So what I'm going to do is delete all of yesterday's, except for the beginning of Today's Your Day, and the ending, which says see you tomorrow, and has a smiley face and all that. You take the first set of words and drop it in front. Okay. Now, what we have to do is go back and reference our quote. And I know I have that open here somewhere. It's kind of weird doing it on multiple screens because, yeah, usually it's all scattered around and I don't have it saved anywhere. That's what I was looking at. Okay, we're going to close that. We got too many things on too many screens. Here we go. Get back up there. Okay, there we go. And our saying was this one here. Okay, so now what we have to do is take this saying and we have to type this into a way that's presentable. So, everybody got that burned in your minds? I would put it on the same screen, but I don't know if can I do this somehow? Let's see if I can. Okay, I'm just going to put that on the screen above. Okay, so you're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Okay, so it sounds like 3 different phrases would be good. So, we can change the font and everything else. Let's make the first one. So, the words, there we go. Okay, so you are never too old. Too old. Okay. So now I know Croc said earlier we wanted to go with the yellow font. Okay, so there's a bright yellow font. What do you guys think of that? Now, also the font, the lettering itself, the font, we've got the color as yellow. Do we want more of a type font? Do we want more? What kind of feel do you want it to have? Do you want it to have a softer or more impactful, dramatic, very clear? And yes, I am still watching the chat over here. So, let me know. This adventure is for you guys, I'm hoping. So let's go through a few of these fonts, see what you think. So there's like an oxygen font there. Are you looking for more of a script? There's more of an impactful. Now, also, while doing this, we have to look at the width of words to make sure that they're going to fit on the screen. Because if you have them really wide, then you have to shrink it down so it only takes a small area. Okay, so cursive's the best thing I can think of. It's maybe like cursive, some kind of older style of writing could be cool. Okay, so something a little more of an older style. Now, each of these does give us. So that might be a little hard to read if we take off the bold. You thinking something like that? Is that kind of what you're thinking there? Is that too much of a cursive, too hard to read? That is Yellowtail. Let's see what else we got in that. Shadows in the Light. It's kind of softer, but kind of angular. So it may not quite have the feel we're looking for. Quicksand is too roundy, too bubbly. It reminds me of the 70s. So I don't think that's quite... there we go. What do you think of that? That one's called Pacifico. Is that kind of what you guys are thinking? Unfortunately, there's a pause. Every time I ask a question or something, I've got to wait for you guys to respond. Okay, Crow likes that one. Anybody else? Thumbs up, thumbs down. We good with that? Croc, is that kind of the yellow you're looking at, buddy? Is this what we're thinking? Lynn says, yep. Okay. So that's the first phrase. So now what we have to do is take that frame and we have to duplicate it. So we're going to go Control-C, Control-V. We're at it. And we're going to move this down the line in order. Okay, so this is the second part of the phrase, which was to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Okay, so we'll change this one to, yep, I can't do a thumbs up. That's okay, when you can't do a thumbs up, you can type. Mom says, good job, okay. Okay, so never too old, what did I say? Never too old to set another goal. Now, this is where you guys need to watch my spelling, my grammar, my typing, and are we getting the message across? Because, yeah, this is going to go out publicly. You guys are helping me make this. Okay, so what do you think right there? And by the way, just so you know, down below on YouTube and stuff, it always puts down, like, the icon for the channel and all that. So it covers that bottom quarter. So that's why I tried to keep that blank. So that's why I moved it up and off center a bit. To set another goal. We'll say that one's right, and we'll take this out. And we've got plenty of time to edit these, to modify, to do whatever. We can change fonts, timing, everything. or to dream a new dream, or to dream a, be careful, should it? Dream a new dream. Now, I always try to make an impactful closure. Kind of like we watch a movie. We always want the climax at the end. So I've always tried to make the wording the same way. Okay, now the trick here. See how we've got so many words on the screen? It actually makes it where we've got 4 lines of wording, so it might look interesting. Okay, so let's run through a trial and see what you guys think of this. So we put the image at the front of it, and now this is where we can do a test run of it. Ignore that part. All we're using is backdrop. So today is your Dre. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. See you tomorrow. Okay, now what we've got to do, do you guys like the color and the way the words are displaying? Is there anything we need to change on it? If the answer is no, then ask yourself about the timing. Do the words show up too slowly? Are they on the screen too long? Do we need to modify that? So think about that as we watch it this next time. Like I said, ignore that part. Today is your day. Say a person like that. Yep, I can't do a thumbs up. Good job. No comma after old. Okay, so good correction there. So let's go back to there. Let's move him over so we can see. And I put that background in because we can see the letters. Okay, so take the comma after old. Got to go. Okay. Let's put it back and let's go through it again. Let's make sure you guys are happy with it. Okay, and today's your day. Okay, now one thing I noticed right out the bat there is when it hits the first 2 sayings, they seem to stay on the screen longer than I think they should. I think most people read a little quicker than that. So let's go back to those. Actually, we can leave it in order. Let's go back to this one. We go over here to animation. Okay, so it's setting on the time. That's taking 0.5 seconds to come on the screen. Sets for 1.5, fades out at 0.5. That's okay, Croc, buddy. This is going a long time, man. I know it's a big adventure. So, Croc, let's bring you up to speed, my man. So we've gone through. We've got the yellow font like you suggested. We went through more of a cursive, older style wording for it. We found the background of the mountain climber. So let's do a test run. This is just the wording. So please remember, the background is going to be the video we used. We just took a screenshot to give us something to see the lettering. So watch this and see what you think of it, buddy. So that's all going to go away. Okay, today is your day. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. See you tomorrow. Please like and subscribe, share the love, and a smiley face. It's kind of my signature trademark. What do we think of that? We liking the font? Are we liking the timing? Does it seem too slow, too fast? Do you have a problem reading it or seeing it? We want to make it aesthetically pleasing as possible. What do you guys think? And if you say it's good, it's good. You guys are deciding what goes out. Perfect? Okay. Croc gives perfect. Everybody else? Crow gives me a thumbs up. Right on. Okay. Okay, we got 2 of the 4 that I know we're watching for sure. I need one more response. Thumbs up, thumbs down, good or bad or whatever. And if you happen to be in the house with me like the wife, you can just yell. Len says, yep, okay. Got it. So we've got the wording. Now what we've got to do is overlay those words across the video we made before, or that we check out for. So we've got to eliminate the backdrop. So right off the bat, we're going to delete that. Now, we've got the timing and everything set. We've got a green screen, so we can actually, in Adobe Premiere, remove all the green and leave everything else. So what we're going to do is we're going to download this, and we're going to download video or GIF, and start downloading. Now, all this is the wording, okay? So please understand, this is one of the programs that I had to buy, and I pay for every month just to make the words. Then I have Adobe Premiere, which is another program I have to have. And so as a content creator, it's amazing how many programs you have to pay for. And I know Alex has talked about this a lot, where literally he spends hundreds of dollars a month to keep Discord and his photo editing and all those programs running, because there's a lot to it. But it's definitely worth it. It's kind of the cost of doing business. When I was an electrician, I had a lot of tools. I would constantly have to replace my strippers or new batteries for my cordless or whatever it is. Okay, our masterpiece is downloaded, so we can minimize this. We can go back to our initial walking guy on the mountain, and let's go find our download file. So we go into downloads here, and we grab that. Now we're going to paste the words we just made across the top. But what we have to do is get rid of the green. So we're going to go in here with video effects. We're going to go to keying. We're going to Ultra key. And we're going to drop that onto the words. Now here's where I'm going to tell it, okay, this green is not supposed to be there. It didn't catch it. Catch it. Why is it not catching it? Okay, my little dauber is not daubing. Okay, now it's just being stupid. It does this once in a while. There we go. Okay, key color, dauber. What in the hell? I did drop Ultra key, right? Okay, Control Z, Control Z. And it might be because I have too many programs running. I don't know. I've never tried doing this on a live stream. Okay, so cancel. I should be able to just grab that. Okay, so now it's just going to be stupid. So we're going to delete it. And we're going to grab it again. And try this one more time. My mouse does this. It gets stupid where it doesn't want to say it. Okay, say. Drop. Ultra key onto that frame. Select that. Okay, fine. You want to be that way? Let's try another one. Let's try just key color. It's so weird. Usually it doesn't do this. Okay. The great thing is we've downloaded all the pieces, so we're going to close it, not save it, because something is being freaky. And yes, this happens. This is all part of the game. So we're going to go back in. We're going to open, probably because I opened it weird to begin with. Okay, so we're opening Adobe Premiere Pro again. Okay, catch up comments. So it says, yep. Mom says, good. More old people need to see this amid what? Yeah. Okay, so we're back in Premiere Pro. We started from scratch, but we have everything saved. So all we have to do is grab our video. Oh, God. Come on. Work with me. There we go. Okay, is that video? Yes. Okay, there's our video clip. Keep existing settings. Okay, that drops the video of the guy walking. And we grab our wording that we just made. We drop that in. Get him in. Okay, we go video effects. Keying. Where to go? Keying. There it is. Ultra key. Drop Ultra key on top. Come on, work. Why is it? Okay. See, the words are popping up just right. It's not taking the video sample. Okay, I'm going to drop this on my other screen for a second because this should not be having this issue. Okay, for some reason on that monitor, it wouldn't take the Ultra key, wouldn't do the eyedropper thing. And this is one of the problems I had to do when I upgraded my main monitor because all the colors were different from monitor to monitor, so it freaked out. So all I did is took, as you can see right here, I eyedropped that color green to the Ultra keying, and it removes, leaving just the words. But now since these are both here on the timeline stacked up, the words are on top of the video. And as it slides across, both are going to play simultaneously. So we're going to have two layers of motion happening. And that's how you get the guy walking behind it and the wording over the top. You don't know anything about editing? That's okay, Croc. This is just what's kind of fun. And what I really want you guys to see is the process it goes through, but also you're putting in your creative inputs into it. Okay, so you see we got a lot more of the guy climbing than we do of the wording. So what we can do is shorten it down. Now, do we want to keep down here where the guy's way off in the distance, or do we want to make it where it's a little more of him closer up? Because we can cut it and edit it however we want. So maybe if we take off, so we can take off the first part where the guy's a little more in shot. So let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. How does that look? Do you guys like where he's a little closer up on his journey, or do you like it where he's further down the line and starts there? Which one do you like better? Or you think closer looks good? And Croc, you don't have to know about editing. I'll take care of the editing part, by the way. You give your input. You decide what you want it to look like. You tell me, and I will take care of all the editing for you. So Crow thinks closer. Okay. For further working his way up. Okay, a little more down the line. Okay, so what if we kind of meet in the middle? Let's back up a little bit. Okay, so let's go through this one here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten up the man walking to meet the words because they've got to end at the same time. Okay, so let's try this one as far as a run. How does that one play out? What do you guys think? Should we back it up where he's even further down the hill, or do we need to bring him closer? You guys decide. What do you think? I'm waiting for a response. Okay. Hide that. Okay, hide that one. Further working his way up. Let's go through that one more time. You guys type your responses, what you think of this so far. Because I didn't take him all the way back down the mountain. We can take him even further down the mountain, but I didn't bring him all the way up. So I kind of tried to get a middle ground for everybody's case. See what you think. Okay, I'm not getting a response, so I'm guessing that's okay then. We want to keep that. If you want to change it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going on the process because the next process, Crow thinks good. Maybe end it with this face front and center. Okay. Start for a little further up the hill. Okay, we can do that. So on the editing process, it's really easy. What we can do is we can zoom in on this timeline. Now remember, this clip is much longer on both directions, so I can always drag this out even further. So we want it to end like here. So we think the final should be somewhere around here. Okay, so if we do that, what we're going to do is we're going to shorten it up to that point. We're going to shorten him way up. And what we want to do is bring him, and we want that view to be on the wording where it says, because we can modify this everyone. So dream a new dream. So do we want that like there? And then he keeps going up? No, that's not quite long enough. So let's back up a little bit. Okay. See if I moved him too far up, if this is too far. Or just right. See, there his head pops off the screen, so that's kind of funky. Okay. What do we think of that one? Is he too far up the hill now? And okay, I'm going to stop the music because we're going to need that in a second. Perfect. Okay. Croc says perfect. Okay, so let's go through one last time to make sure you guys are all good with it. I like how we see like him swatting a fly or something on his face, like he hits some type of problem while he was traversing the mountain already. He's already got a challenge. Something popped up. It on his face, bit him something. There was another distraction, but he stayed on his journey. So I kind of see that whole visual track is, even though he had been there already, kind of went inside it, had some problems, but he kept going. So I think that's great. And that's what I'm going for, is that physical and emotional and mental perception there. Now what we got to do is we got to add the story. We got to add the audio. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to minimize this. We're going to leave what we have so far. We're going to open another tab. Okay, and here I just usually go to YouTube because I haven't paid for some of these places that have sound effects. What I'm going to search for is a royalty-free music. What kind of music do we want? Do we want like a piano, maybe a violin? Do we want inspirational? Do we want soft? Do we want adventurous? What kind of thoughts do you guys want to go with on this? Give you an idea. Let's say we want inspiring. You guys can do this. And this is what I want to show you guys is you guys can do all of this. So we got inspirational music. And let me know if you can hear traditional samurai. Okay, we can do that. Can you guys hear the music that I'm playing right now? Should be playing in the background if you can. Meditation theme is good and calm. Okay. Sonic crescendos, and we can hear it. Okay, you can hear it good. Okay. So let's go for royalty-free music. Let's try Japanese. Meditation. A-T-I-O-N. Okay. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, so Japanese music, no copyright. Okay. Okay, so that has kind of that Japanese sound, but then, like Chris said, it has that crescendo. Next one. Okay, we'll keep going. And this is what I want. This is the fun part, is literally I'll go through multiple videos and audios to try to find the right mix. Okay, and this is like 4 hours long, so I'll oftentimes will skip through and try to find some pieces, some taste. This is it? Okay, you like that one, Croc? You like the flute at the beginning? Because it changes all the way through this, so we can keep going or we can go to this one. Kind of like that. Okay, so see, that's the thing, Croc, is you guys get to pick this, buddy. That's where I want you guys to make the decision, because this is going to be your work of art when we're done. This one that each of you got to be a part of and make these decisions, because I do this all the time. I want you guys to be a part of this. That's a Freaky Friday, buddy. This is where you guys get to be the deciding factor. So you guys vote. Do we like the flute? Do we want something different? That does have somewhat of a crescendo there where it changes from just flute and it adds a little bit more to it. So it seems to have that characteristic. Let's go ahead and download it, because what we have to do now is we're going to play this on one screen, and I don't know if this is going to freak my camera out. I'm going to open OBS Studio because I'm going to utilize that to record the audio coming through the computer. So it might totally jack everything up. So we're going to take the main screen, and we don't care about that. All we care about is when we mute the microphone, and all we want is the main speakers to record, because we're going to remove the video part and just keep the audio part of it. So let's go through. Let's go into start recording of that. And play. Okay, so we got a minute 30 seconds of that. And the reason I do that is because I can always click front or back or move, speed up. I can modify any way we want to do. So I want to make sure I get a good healthy chunk that we can play with. And Croc says play from 32 seconds. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and minimize this because we might decide we want another song. Maybe it doesn't fit with the video and the wording we have. It doesn't feel right when we go to plug it in. Let's go find out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to open up, where were we? Adobe Premiere, bring that back up. Okay, now we're going to go into the recording we just made. We're going to grab that snippet as soon as I find it. And oh, God, did I even stop? I don't think I stopped recording. I didn't. Okay, just stop recording first. Now it's stopped recording, so it's going to have all kinds of gibberish like me babbling on it. That's okay. We can edit that out. So we're going to take that clip, and that's just the video. We want video and audio. Okay, so as you can see, it's got the video track and the audio track. So we've got to unbind it, first of all, remove the video from it. All we want is audio. So now you're saying start at 32 seconds, so let's bring it up here on the timeline. Now you can see the whole audio clip is separate from the two videos. So okay, so if we go from about that point, we start, let's say right about here, and we'll shrink this down, and we'll drag this back so it starts same time. Okay, let's run through and see what it looks and sounds like, and we can modify this however you guys want, or even find new music or new video, whatever you want. You guys run control. So what do you guys think of that? How does that feel? How does that sound to you? Give me some input here. And Croc's the only one left awake. I just went and checked on my wife. She's got her phone there, and I heard music playing on her phone. She passed out. Croc says good. Now we can modify this. If there's certain amplifications or parts of the songs that are more louder than other parts, you want to put certain time frames or clips in the video, we can do that. So we can adapt this any way you like. Croc said, perfect. As soon as I'm the only one here. Yeah, Croc, you're probably the only one signing with me. Crow's still here. Thank you, Crow. Like I said, the wife's asleep, and Mom probably went off back to sewing. So this is one of those long streams that people are going to rewatch later. And I hope really that somebody says, hey, now that Sonny showed me how to do this, I can make shorts. I can make videos, because that's what it's all about. It's empowering you guys, but also making you part of this adventure. Because I can do this all day. I really want you guys to have the experience of doing this with me. And if there's something you guys got, great. So let's go through this one last time and really pay attention to the visual, the wording, and the audio, and make sure they all blend together well. If not, we need to shift something with the audio to peak at another point, let me know. Okay. Now, all this, let me cut it down. Does that sound right, or do you guys like the audio? Have you changed your mind? But it's not quite what I'm looking for. Does it feel like a good inspiration balance? Chris says, hell yeah. Okay. Croc, looks like you're my two main guys here that are speaking for me, so you tell me what you think. If you're good with it, we run with it. If not, we change it. I'm totally cool with that. I've had some of these take me literally multiple hours to get right. And I've gone back and redone everything, from visuals to wording to music, and yeah, anything we want. Okay, so I've got one Crow saying hell yeah. Croc seems the only one here. Now you're not the only one here. We're good. Well, that's it, perfect. So I'm going to assume we're going to go with this. Now, what we need to also add is, of course, then, see how it just goes black and stops? We want to kind of fade it off. I think it gives much more of a finished feel to it. So we're going to go over here to video transitions. We're going to go to a dissolve effect. We're going to use cross dissolve. We're going to drop it on each of the images. Then we're going to go to an audio effect for audio transition. And we're going to do a crossfade, which will dissolve the sound off. So it'll quiet itself down. So let's check just the ending. Gives a little more that fade out, which I think looks a little more professional in my opinion. What do you guys think? And together, awesome, girl. Okay, so I think we have what should be a final draft. Let's go through it again, start to finish exactly as it's made. And if you guys think this is it, this is it. But if you want any changes at all, guys, I'm here all night for you. Whatever it takes, because got to make it short every single day. Because somewhere out there, somebody needs to hear this message. They need to know it's okay to dream in a dream. Doesn't matter if you're 20 years old or 80 years old. Somebody will find inspiration somewhere, sometime when the universe says they need to hear it. So let's go through this again and see what you guys think from the beginning. What do we think? Badass. Okay, I like badass. That's good, girl. I can do it. That. Post it. Great. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to export the finished product. And this is where my computer usually was crashing. Let's hope it doesn't tonight. So we're going to export. We're going to name it. We're going to say, never too old. Now, the YouTube algorithm does care about the title of the video. So even though you're going to put description, title, and all that, what the file you name and bring in has to correlate to your description. Otherwise, there's a problem. So we're going to try never too old. We're going to go and export that and pray my computer doesn't crash. Usually only does it for longer videos. Okay, there we go. We have an exported video. So let's go ahead and minimize this for now. Let's go review and make sure it actually played correctly. So go find it in the folder and I'll bring that down so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I keep a copy of every Today is Your Day that I've made. That one in case I ever need it. Okay, it's called Never Too Old. And Never Too Old, right there. There we go. You guys good with that? It exported correctly. Everything looks fine. Okay, so now our journey is not done yet. Now comes the rest of the part. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these screens, we're going to close them down. This one we're going to leave open because we're going to use that to post. But we can shut down a few of these other things. We can close the video scribe now. Do not close the stream. That'll just break shit. Okay. So now let's go through the process. And because I want you guys to be a part of this whole journey. And that way, if any of you want to start a TikTok and Instagram, anything like that, you know exactly how to do it. So let's start with Instagram. And yes, actually, I'm going to put my links to each of these. And that way, if you aren't following, please do. It would be very helpful because this is the stuff I go through every single night to try to build the community, build the world out, and let people know out there that we're doing great things here. So come be a part of the family. So there is our Instagram. Okay, so to do this, we're going to create, and we're going to select from a computer, and we're in the Today is Your Day folder, and we're Never Too Old. That's what we named it. So I can find it again. By 16. That's hard to do with stuff in the way. My camera's in the way. Okay, so now for Instagram, we have to decide which frame we want to make the thumbnail because everyone's different. So we can go, we're never too old, to set a new goal, or to dream a new dream. So I always like to give them a little bit of curiosity. I don't want to give them the answer in the thumbnail. I want to create a little bit of questioning. So I think we go with you're never too old, or should you go just with the guy himself, or today's your day? So this is probably a little more of my mindset. So we'll go with that one. You're never too old. Okay. So I wish I could move. It's right behind my damn camera. There you go. Okay. So now we have to type it in. So the description is everything it says on the screen. So today is your day. You're never too old. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Okay. So you're never too old. Okay. So you are never too old. I'm there because I get yelled at for that. And I often forget what the hell it says. So I have to go through and watch it and type it as I go. To set another goal. Huh? Or to dream a new dream. Is new capitalized? No. Okay, it's not capitalized. Dream a new dream, exclamation. Okay. And then always see you tomorrow. And that way they know to come back every day. And that's my whole goal. And then I always give love serenity because I do. I build all these with love, with heart. If it doesn't have an emotional effect on me, I'm not going to do it. I mean, that's what this is all about. And I believe that people see that genuine side of me and they see that heart, that emotion, that care that, hey, I want to shine a little bit of light in the world. Whatever you're going through, whatever darkness there is, hopefully something in today's your day gives you that little bit of inspiration. And so I always sign them with love serenity. Now we got to do the hashtags. So the hashtag is usually your search terms, things like that. And you can only have a limited number. So we'll say never too old. Too old. There's 166,000 posts with never too old. So we use that one. Today, 47 million posts there. Dream is a good one. 53 million posts there. And Serenity. If somebody knows that, hey, Serenity, I know does stuff, so let's just look him up. Okay, so there we go. We've created the post. We're going to copy everything in the text because we're going to reuse that on other platforms. Now that we have that, we're going to share it. And yes, this is a nightly ritual, guys. This is what I do every single night. Okay, Instagram is up. We go to profile. You can see it's right there. We can view it, and if we unmute it, sure enough. And of course, if we don't like our own stuff, then there's a problem. Okay, so one's up. Now let's go to TikTok. Now we do the same thing. And we upload. And we can also just drag it in to make this easier. Never and where is it? There it is. Never told. We can just drag it and drop it in. Nope, it's not going to work right. My mouse does this once in a while. And there it is. And I don't know why my mouse does that. There we go. Okay. Caption, since we copied it on the last one, we can just paste it straight in. But there's some shortcut ways. If you guys are trying to do this on your own, once you have the format video and the description, you can go through and copy paste it in all kinds of places. And once again, we need to drag it, find our thumbnail. You're never too old. There we go. And where the hell? Oh, it's the bottom on this one. And post it. And see if anybody's chatting or if you guys just listen to me babble. Okay, there we go. And we can view the profile. Make sure it's there. Okay, and it's up. And if anybody wants to join the TikTok one, I'll put this in the chat as well. There you go. So there's TikTok. And as you can see, TikTok's been really picking up. It's got 200 views per video over a while there. But for a long time, sitting down here in 30s, 40s, things like that. And then it starts spiking up. And the really huge spike that seems to have really kicked it off was this one special video right here that I made for Crow, the man in the audience right here, who sadly lost his brother recently, and he inspired me to make this video. So I'm going to share this real quick. So that one was one I made for Dova because yes, Dova did sadly lose his brother. It inspired me to make that short specifically with that message from Richard Bach Illusions, a book that I love, and it's kind of like my Bible to think about life differently every day. And gave me a copy of it. And at that point in time, every short after that is taken off. So thank you for sharing that. That has had a huge impact. I'm just sorry it took an event like that to do it. But these are still going out, and we're going to press forward. So the next one is Tangled. Now, I don't know if anybody else is a part of Tangled or not. I did share this with Yubunks, a couple other people. It's a very interesting platform that you pay to post and you pay to watch and to share. And people can actually pay you. I mean, we're talking a couple pennies to like something or anything like that. But hey, it's another source of information to get the word out that this world exists and to bring people in the community. So let's go ahead and add it to this. And we're going to use the same description. And grab the clip and never to pull. And I'm sure I'm probably boring the hell out of you guys, and I'm so sorry for this. I hope this is entertaining to find out, kind of what goes behind the scenes. Some people really like to know how the workings of the day-to-day life go. Other people are like, oh my God, that's so boring. Just shut up. I just want to see the exciting parts. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. And if not, then thank you for suffering through it with me. And if you want to find out about Tangled, okay, so it has been posted. Affiliate, let's see, there it is. So if I oh no, I don't want to copy that because that's going to screw up my whole description. So I can't do that. But you can see it right here on the screen, and I will zoom in on that. There you go. It's called Tangled. If you're interested in it, there's the barcode here. And I will try to come back to that. In fact, I will just leave that screen up. Okay, so we've done all those. Now, of course, we have to do the YouTube part. Go to your channel, which is today, and we're going to upload a video. Yes, all this goes on. And then we still have to go through all the Discords. So it's a constant ongoing process every single day to get out the positive message. Okay, so now this one's a little different because we're going to take the same description, but we're going to put it at the bottom. We're going to keep all the normal stuff in. Oh, I saved that. Okay, so I screwed up and I saved the TikTok one when I copied it. But the good thing is I can go right back to one of the previous ones, grab that description again, and this is one thing I've learned really quick. There you go. I can grab that, and copy that, and I can close that and go back to YouTube, and I can, instead of putting my TikTok page in, we can put that in. Okay, and so we're going to come up here. I'm going to go, there it is. We're going to go short, and there we go. Delete that, and change the title to Never Too Old. Okay, then what we got to do is we got to add it to the playlist. Today's your day. And for me, this is not boring. Okay, well, good, Crow. I'm glad you're not bored, buddy. Thank you for staying with me. Crack, hope you're still here. And I'm hoping that people that have interest in doing this kind of stuff are learning some tips and tricks. If you have any questions, ask me anytime. Happy to help. Okay, now the tags are key phrases or words that stick out within the video that you want to draw attention to or that people might search for. So for this one, we're going to go for, so today is your day is one of them. We want Never Too Old. Dream a New Dream. Serenity. C-R-E. I get tired in S-E-R-E-N-I-T. There you go. I forgot how to type for a second. You spell Serenity. Okay. So these are some tags we're going to keep, and we can refresh tags, see if these have any they want to add. So they want to add today. Okay, we can do that. Happy birthday song? I don't think so. Okay, scroll down for the information. Okay, the information's good. And we go to next. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a few factors. We're actually too short to add end screen, so that's okay. We can add a card, and this is where it's going to promote something else. So we're going to, this is a little shorter than normal. That's fine. But we're going to promote is the playlist. Today is your day. So as it goes to the end, people are going to get that word saying, hey, there's other videos. There's a whole nother channel or a whole playlist of these kind of messages. Hopefully somebody will find something that resonates with them. Okay, we're going to do that, and we're going to hit save. Okay, and then we're going to go next, and does all the check, the visibility, and says all is good. And we're going to go public right now. And there we go. We'll publish it. And so then we can go through and we can check it. So now if we go to your channel, and for anybody who doesn't know, I will paste that channel in here as well in the chat. So you got that. So that's the YouTube Today is Your Day channel. So go down and there you go. There's your guys' creation. There you go. Congratulations. You guys made your first YouTube video together. And yeah, you get to be a part of the whole process. So I know it's not the most exciting some days. Oh, wait, go back. Back up. Because it started the next video already. So while I'm here, of course, I do a thumbs up. Got to like your own stuff. But then I'll turn around and share your guys' video, what you just made, to everything from Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, and LinkedIn. It goes out to each of them. So send and see it now. There you go. Your video is posted on Pinterest. Let's see. Start. That's what I was looking for. It's kind of hard to do. I usually do it on the other screen, so it's really interesting. Okay. Then we'll put it to Twitter. Never too old. Today's your day. We modify every little step just a little bit. Make it appear the best. We're going to put made with love during the Friday. There you go. That way it says you guys made it. Okay, and we're going to post that. And sure enough, there you go. So anybody part of my Twitter, you can see it right there. And for fun, woo! Yeah, you guys did this. I'm giving you guys credit. I want you to be a part of this. Okay, so that's Twitter. Now we go to Facebook. Same thing. Okay, and never too old. Day is your day. Love Serenity. By the way, if anybody doesn't know, you can hit the Windows key and the period, and it'll pop up a little set of emojis. You can add in pretty much anything. During Friday. Made with love during Freaky Friday. And there we go. And put on my timeline and post to Facebook. So you guys are getting popular. Look at all this place you're going to. And go to Reddit, choose community. And I've had this one forever, and I really haven't learned Reddit that well. But I still do put them up there. So I'm sure one day somebody will stumble across, like, what is this guy? It's there somewhere. And last but not least, LinkedIn, which I've been getting a lot of feedback and a lot of people. I've got electrical job offers. I've got all kinds of connections through them, and people keep popping up. Okay, so we're going to share that as a post. And never too old. Okay. I should have just saved this from the other one. Okay. Usually I do this a little more efficiently, but unfortunately tonight I have bounced around so many screens that I'm not sure what I've got copied where. Made with love during Freaky Friday. There we go, and post it. Okay. There we go. Now, what we want to do, I don't want to open the Discord. So that's actually, I could probably do this, but my audio is going to cut out, but that's okay. Because I want to show that several communities have created special places just for this type of messages. And one of them is Ubunks. Okay, so that one popped up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and probably script the audio completely. And if it does screw up the audio, I am so sorry. If it's even going to let me open it. Oh, it's up on that screen. Okay. So then jump into our Discord. So we go down home crypto and YouTube announcements, and we go, today is, no, you are never too old. It is your day. There we go. So it's the NTY. There we go. And we paste the link. Now what we can do is we can copy this, put it out in the announcements in down crypto Discord. So that's where you guys see it pops up here in YouTube announcements as well as motivation. Let's go to your Bonk server. So your Bonks actually has a special channel just for motivation. And every day that motivation gets posted here. And what I love about it is that every day Bonks make sure he comes in and gives a thumbs up. So thank you, Bonks, for absolutely acknowledging that these are in here every single day. Everyone's posted and everyone's share. And we go to the Pillars community, another awesome group of people. Love it to death. Highly recommend check it out. They got a media reel, and that's where I can paste it into there every day. Then we go to BrewFi. Hey, we know BrewFi. Yeah, home away from home. I think we got a few people here that know all about this place. They actually created a mindset channel just for these, just to help people with their mindset, get things straight, and to help them any way they can. Only Burns, of course, we got the media reel. Where's it? Content, or no, it's content, right? Content feed. There it is. Content feed. Goes in there. But the finance team, they actually created a down home crypto Discord that follows everything over on that server. So look, it's already there. So the work you guys put in tonight, the creativity aspect you did, just went out to over a dozen different social media platforms, and it's something you created. So something to be proud of. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. What do you guys think? Was that long, boring, and depressing, or was it fun, or was like, oh my God, somebody kill me now? What did you guys think so far? And I just realized my camera was all jacked up because I opened OBS. Is anybody even still with me? I'm really curious. Who's still awake? Crow, I know you're still awake, buddy. Crow's awake. The wife's asleep. Everybody else like, oh my God, that took forever. But that's a backstage look at exactly what it takes to make a 20-second video for just a little bit of inspiring message to send out to the world. So you can imagine what it looks like when you start talking a couple-hour video or an AMA or a deep dive into something. All the editing, all the video. It gets absolutely insane. And I can give you a quick glimpse of just what I'm talking about here. So you guys see just a glimpse of what it looked like when we did just the shorts. You had the audio track, or the two video tracks and the audio track. Let's go into one previously that we've made. So let's go into, whoa, click on the right thing. Which one of the last videos? Let's go into, let's say, oh, the gaming one. What was that one called? Crypto gaming video. Okay. So to give you an idea what it looks like. Okay, so I want to share my screen. Okay, so nope. Bring this back up again. Okay. There we go. So now you can see what the screen looks like. So we go into Adobe Premiere Pro and we open this up again. This was the, if I click the right thing. Where did I do with it? Probably lost. I broke it. There it is. Sorry, it's screen on screen. I'm trying to do this so I can share the screens correctly. Okay. So to give you an idea, and you back out and you start looking at your timeline here. Maximize this. So when you start looking at a video that has multiple clips, okay, each one above the center line right here is all video clips. And it could be images that popped up on the screen, and everything down below that is the audio clips. So that's not only your voices, that's your sound effects. Anything that made a noise or something you want to put in special, you have to go in and type that in. And so whether it's a nested sequence like all these different pieces that pop through, or like through here.
And that's why I'm a supporter of Web3 gaming, because it gives me the power as the gamer to own all the pieces within that game.
So as you can see right there, guys, each one of those images that pop up is one of these clips that you have to edit into. Then to get the sound right, I had to go down here and add a swoosh sound. Every time something moved, a sound had to correlate with it. So the editing part is really fun and fascinating because the more you get into it, the more you realize exactly what it takes to do it. Save changes? No, I don't want to save changes. There we go. Okay, close that down. And oh God, I closed this. No, I didn't close the stream. Okay, thought I closed the stream there for a second. Gamer woohoo! Crow says it was cool. Not something I would want to do all the time. Yeah, exactly. It is a very intensive process. And then you start looking at these videos that have a ton of images and sound effects, all these things going. It's an entire art. And that's what I've been spending the last 7 months learning, is not only how to get the presentation on the camera, the audio, all that correct, but also all these software programs, from video editing to recording to copyright issues. Everything takes so much research to fully comprehend and understand. But I wanted to really give you guys a glimpse behind the scenes. So I don't think we're going to do this every week, but unless you guys want to, that's totally up to you. But I think this might just be too deep for most people to truly get into. But this is something that I do every single night to put those shorts out. So that's why Crow, like I say, hey, I got to go do my short, and it's like 2 hours long. You can kind of see why now. And oftentimes it takes a while to find the quotes and things like that. You know, I spent a good 20 minutes earlier today sifting through the internet, finding good quotes and good images to bring to you, and then let you guys try to piece it together. But now you understand a little more of the journey. And that's what my whole goal was, is to let you guys be on this side of the camera, be on this side of the creativity, and be a part of it. So congratulations. You guys made your first YouTube video out there that you got to decide what it looked like, sounded like, and what it said. So I hope you enjoy that. So I think we've lost about everybody so far. Crow, good thing you're still hanging with me. I don't know if anybody else is watching, but if you are, or if you go back and watch the replay, hey, thank you so much for hanging with me tonight. And I think we're going to wrap up this night of Freaky Friday because it is almost 10 o'clock my time. We've been running for 3.5 hours. Yeah, about that. But it's been fun. I hope you guys have had a great time. Everybody, thank you for hanging with me. And until next time, have a great night. I'm now issuing a game time summons for after stream. Okay, Crow. As soon as I get some food, I will be on. We'll do some gaming. And if anybody wants to jump in, thanks, Croc. Have a good one, buddy. Hey, that's okay. I don't blame you for dozing off, man. It's not the most exciting thing, but it's what happens behind the scenes. So it's not all glory and camera and being a rock star all the time, but it is part of the adventure. So I hope you enjoy the glimpse, and whatever you missed, go back and watch. And if you don't, that's totally cool too. I want to thank you guys, and I'll catch you next Friday for new surprise guests with new adventures. And I won't make you go through, probably won't be quite as long as it was tonight. But thank you for hanging with me. Have a good one, guys. Take care.